This is The Gorge. It's a podcast that my friends and I get together and we gorge ourselves on what's happening in the world of video games and entertainment.
The Gorge is brought to you by Patreon. That's patreon.com/thegorge, where for just $3 a month, you gain access to all of the bonus content we've ever made. We've been doing this for 10 years. It's a lot of bonus content. If you love the dulcet tones of our voices, $3 will get you more of that. It'll get you commentary tracks from movies. It'll get you talking about like Fate and Transformers and all kinds of things. It also gets you early access to the reboot, our TTRPG series. You get to hear it a week earlier, than everybody else. We're getting back to that.
We are
tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
So yeah, all of that and more. That doesn't even cover everything that we've done over at the Patreon at patreon.com/thegorge. Thank you very much.
To clarify, talking about Fate, the anime and visual novel series, not the existential concept of like a destiny or predetermined existence.
But we do. I mean, I feel like we've probably talked about that before in the Patreon content too, though. Is the thing?
No, that was in our. That was in the Umineko episode we did on the main feed when we talked about Fate and stuff like that. Yeah.
We also, coming up at some point in the nearish future, you'll have an exclusive podcast.
Right.
Called Attention Bajoran Workers, where we will go through every episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Once we find a chance to make some time for it.
Yeah, you're just going to have to point a gun at me and tell me what day we're recording that so that I can just go, all right, I'll watch the thing the day before.
Yes.
Because I can't, I have so many plates I'm spinning that I cannot volunteer for when that is happening. You just have to tell me when it's happening.
We have to find time.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Saturn put a few of those plates down, and then we will start Attention Bajoran Workers.
That's right.
I wouldn't wait for my plates situation too long. Just make it happen when it happens. It's fine.
Then at some point I'll just snap my fingers and tell you to do it.
Make it so. Yeah.
I will point at the projector screen and say, "Make it so."
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Cisco didn't have like a engage, did he?
No, that's because
he didn't fly anywhere.
Cool.
Even when he was on the Defiant, he didn't, because he was
Defiant, but like,
he didn't really captain that enough.
No, yeah,
to get like a thing.
He's got way more important things going on in his life, dude. Yeah. He's busy being space Jesus, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have time for catchphrases. His catchphrase is, "No, Kira, don't go do more terrorism." But not like in a very enthusiastic way, and he still lets Kira do terrorism. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's a roundup episode. I've only got the 3 things to talk about. One I don't want to take 18,000 years to talk about all of them, but I am gonna yap. I started Absolute Batman finally.
Hell yes! Let's talk about Absolute Batman.
I am not caught up.
Where are you?
I am I just finished I finished up with Bane, basically.
Yes!
So we finished the whole Bane story, and we got the Joker's backstory, like the fact that he is just Bruce Wayne, which is incredible.
Every time I see panels of Absolute Bane, I just go, ew!
Yeah, Bane,
yucky!
Yeah.
Absolute Bane is the scariest guy I've ever seen in my life.
It rocks.
He looks like the shit they used to show you, like, this is what chicken McNuggets are really made of.
Yeah.
He's just a big, like, weird lump of slime meat.
There is a part at the end of, like, after Batman has beaten him, where he's literally using a dump truck to just kind of pour the goopy
all the meat.
all of the meat that Bane has become, and just kind of dump it into Gotham Harbor. It's really good.
He's in that dump truck looking like the result of a Mr. Sausage video.
Yeah.
That one's getting disqualified.
That's the Bane water.
That's what happens when you do the Mark Ruffalo, right? With the Willem
Blow.
Yeah, like that. What's left of Bane is what gets blown all over a picture of Mark Ruffalo's face.
This Willet Bros brought to you by Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
I love the DBZ abridged bit early on when Batman first fights Bane, where he's like, well, I see you've jacked yourself up on Venom already, so let's bring it on at your maximum potential. And Bane's like, I didn't do anything yet.
I haven't done
Batman
anything
goes,
yet.
oh.
And he just gets his ass kicked.
Oh.
A lot. He just spends like an entire issue getting his ass absolutely handed to him by Bane, and it's really good.
Their final battle is so good, where Bruce's opening move is to drop a building on him.
Yeah, it rocks. He's like, I'm gonna put this engineering degree to good use, motherfucker. It's so good. I really, I need to finish it, but again, I get easily distracted by Fields of Mystery, another thing we're going to be talking about for a minute. Fields of Mystery 1.0 came out and kind of put a hard stop on everything I was doing, as
understandable,
one does, you know. But I did finish up with the Bane stuff, and I read basically the issue that is mostly about like
Alfred hyping up the Joker.
Who Jack Grimm is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I was like reading this issue and going like, oh, so he's like Bruce Wayne. Like he's like regular old Bruce Wayne. He's like a billionaire, and he's kind of mysterious, and he's, you know, kind of he's good looking, slick back hair, the whole thing. You're like, oh, he's Bruce Wayne. The last page of the issue is Jack Grimm getting home to a butler and going down into his fucking cave hidden behind a grandfather clock. And I went, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
That's it. I see. So like they're intentionally doing like a direct one-to-one thing that I find very interesting. Absolute Batman is really good. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Scott Snyder has such a specific vision. I was so right when I was reading Zero Year, excuse me. I was so right about like Scott Snyder. The bones of Absolute Batman are in 0 Year, like the kind of story he wants to tell, but, you know, limited by the fact that, like, you know, like the whole thing is that Bruce Wayne is a billionaire, right?
Right.
And he wants to tell a little bit of a crustier story than that. And so you get some of that in 0 Year just by dint of Bruce not wanting to go home because he just got back to Gotham, and he's like, no, I don't want to go back to my dad's, like my dead dad's house, is basically how he kind of frames it, which is fair. So he doesn't have access to all of those resources that he would have otherwise, and 0 Year is about, you know, coming to terms with that and accepting those resources. And it's good. 0 Year is really, really good, make no mistake. But obviously Snyder was like, I want something a little bit more like DIY.
Yeah, he
wants a little crustier.
He wants the full control.
Yeah.
Without being tied down to the mythos.
Right. And that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And he does a very interesting way with it, because like this engineer angle is really fun and really smart. You know, it's this guy who instead just has like bounced around from like dozens and dozens of jobs to like learn how to be Batman and learn like how the city functions so he can use it like to his best advantage. I like it a lot. I also just kind of like the horror angle that Snyder really likes to play. Snyder is very, very interested in Batman stories being scary, which is incredibly copacetic, because those are also all of my favorite Batman stories. Imagine that.
Yeah,
shocker. So I really, obviously, I like it a lot. If I have one complaint, and I think it's not really like a complaint, it's just the nature of the beast and like the story they've got to tell, and the fact that like you only have so many pages a month, and you have these comics are on a monthly release, you know? And it's just that like sometimes you wish you could just kind of sit with the characters a little bit more. Like everything is so like everything happens all of the time. Right?
Yeah.
You don't really get to kind of sit with like this version of Bruce as like a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not
a lot of downtime.
Yeah, there's not a lot of... Everything is in service of the plot. Right? And there's not even so much like the downtime. There's not even like Bruce just going around and stopping a thug, you know?
Yeah, it moves constantly. And to a certain extent, I think that's its like part of its appeal is that it's so like go, move. Like we don't need to drag our feet. like the current Matt Fraction run. I haven't read it, but I know the primary complaint with it is that it's taken its sweet time to make a point, right? So like that's the appeal of Absolute Batman. I'm gonna keep reading, obviously, and get further. I literally had to pick it up because people on Twitter are animals and will just spoil what happened in Absolute Batman without any hesitation at all.
They're freaks in the Western comic space. They're just like, oh yeah, look at this, and it's just like the last panel of the thing the day that it comes out. What the hell's the problem?
Hey, it is 9 a.m. on Wednesday. You should have read the comics by now.
Exactly. Like,
what do you mean you didn't get up immediately and the first thing you do is tear open the issue?
Yeah, no, what's your problem? Are you crazy?
The comic shop opens at 8 o'clock. Chop, chop.
Here's the thing. This is what I liked about, like, I'm not keeping up with any series currently, but the other thing I really like about the Shonen Jump model and the Viz model is, what's really great is that the only people who are getting that stuff the instant it's out are the perverts who actually just read the Japanese things. And they're like, and those kinds of people are also not like spoiling things on my timeline the instant the page comes out. Otherwise, the great thing about the Shonen Jump model is that it's online and it goes up around like 1 p.m.
Now, I do know there is an online release structure for all these comics. I don't know how it works. All of my comics fall off the back of a truck, or I go buy them from the guy I've known since I was 12. Those are my only options, right? Fall off the back of a truck.
If you had to buy comics from a guy,
right?
Yeah, like it's either falling off the back of a truck or I gotta drive 35 minutes south to where my local comic book store was forced to move, by the way. Still mad about it.
I think if I had to buy comics from someone like in person, the ideal person to sell me comics who exists in my brain is a whatever age I am right now version of the weird sidekick guy from Tokimeki Memorial. Just like my kind of weird loser friend from high school who has not changed one bit.
No, the guy I buy comics from, I tried to go to a bougier comic store here in Birmingham, like a newer one that's closer to my house, right? I was like, oh, this place is only 10 minutes away. Let's go check it out. And it's not the same. My actual comic book store, the one I've been going to since, again, I was 12. That guy walks in and he is a huge comic book grognard, right? We've talked about this before. Like he's a turbo grognard when it comes to comics, but like he's also really nice. Like you go in and like he has bad taste in comic books. Sorry, Paul. But he's also really nice. And you go in and he's asking about you, like, how's your mother? How are you? What have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Like that kind of guy. And the other comic book store near my house is run by a bunch of hipsters, and they just kind of want to ignore you. And I was like, no. And also their selection is nowhere near as good. It's way smaller. So I'm like, nope, I got to drive 35 minutes. Sorry, it's the only way.
The good comic store is always at least a half hour away.
It's fucked up, man. It used to be so close. I'm so sad. It's fine. Death to all landlords. That's the actual. The moral of this story is that landlords are all bastards. Because if landlords weren't bastards, then my comic book store would still be 15 minutes from my house. So, no, but this is all, tangential. Absolute Batman is really, really good. Mm-hmm. Even with kind of my complaints about it, I still think it's great. It's just so like, it feels like a comic book. I don't want to say from the 90s because I've read a lot of 90s comic books now. But it feels like a comic book, like it feels like a DC comic book written like Spawn or something like that, or like an old 90s anime, I suppose is an even better idea. Like your Ninja Scrolls and whatnots, right?
It feels very monthly manga.
It does. It has the pace and the vibes of a monthly manga. Yeah.
Like Absolute Batman is a monthly manga in the same way that original Ultimate Spider-Man was a weekly manga.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. It has like the vibes of like a Full Metal Alchemist, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? And it's great. It's very interesting. There's a lot of neat like ideas being presented here. I'm gonna have to read Absolute Wonder Woman, not just because I want to know what's going on in that crossover, but because Absolute Wonder Woman is good.
Yeah,
really good. It's really good. By all accounts, it's really good. So I need to make time for it. And by the time we record again, I will almost certainly be caught up. I already know the spoiler at the end of 23 because, again, people on Twitter are animals.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it's funny. Make no mistake. Our sweet boy just jobs super hard. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, so I already know the spoiler, but I don't know any of the context around it.
Right.
I do think rewatching Hunter x Hunter for the now this is the third time I've watched this show in its entirety. Don't think too hard about those episode counts or what that says about me as a person.
No, it's fine. Having now watched the Chimera Antarctic, I understand.
That's right.
Yeah.
And to be clear, we're only we're at episode 120, so don't say anything in replies to anyone that is past that. Okay, waggles my finger at the listener here. I do appreciate though when a story with a hero who's supposed to be like, I'm rooting for this guy who's doing stuff and fighting all those things. I do think the story is improved when like 2/3 of the time you just get your ass kicked horribly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just lose unambiguously, if not more than 2/3 of the time.
Yeah. Absolute Batman I would not say he jobs, but he does get his ass kicked a lot. That's kind of the appeal. Despite the fact that he is a big old boy. That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's 6'9" and 420 +1.
+1.
Yeah.
Scott Snyder waggling his eyebrows at the camera like this is gonna piss them off. Yeah, no, I like it a lot. He gets his ass kicked quite a bit. And it just kind of makes it all like very entertaining and very fast-paced and exciting, you know?
I think the funniest aspect of Absolute Batman is how big of a fraud Alfred is.
Yeah, regular Alfred could absolutely stroll this door.
He's such a fucking loser. It's great.
His kids hate him. He's divorced. Like nobody wants anything to do with him, and everybody's constantly ignoring him.
And he gets.
I don't know anything about Absolute Alfred.
Sure.
He is an M16 mercenary.
Yeah.
Or MI6, not M16.
Yeah.
MI6.
That's a gun. I was like, okay, so he uses American assault rifles.
Right. So he's an MI6 mercenary. He's got this giant beard, and he first comes to Gotham to do some investigation, and he's like, oh, this Batman kid is really impressive. I got to get to know him. And then he tries to give Bruce information about things, but all of his information fucking sucks shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's outdated, and he just kind of gets his ass kicked. Yeah.
The whole issue where he's talking about Jack Grimm and his whole history, Bruce is just going, okay, but what can he physically do?
Yeah,
does he have powers?
Think? Yeah, what is he going to do to me in order to make all my guts go outside my body, right? I need to know that, dude.
I don't care about the history of clown makeup. Yeah. I need you to fucking tell me what he's gonna do to my face if we meet each other in an alley.
It's very important.
Dude. He's gonna redact it. And I was like, well, thanks.
Thank you, Christ. All it took was 35 pages.
Great issue for the audience to read and get to know about this character. Sure. Bruce doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, no. He's like, man, he is all business all the time. And he's like, man, I don't care about none of that. So it's no, Absolute Alfred is and he's always getting his ass kicked.
He gets his ass kicked all the time.
He's always being proven wrong, and he just doesn't tell Bruce shit he should know. For laughs, I guess, just cause.
He's the worst fucking spy, too, because everyone gets the drop on him all the time.
No, regular Alfred would absolutely dog walk that door. It's crazy. This guy is like, I've got a cool haircut and a cool mustache and this fucked up shotgun, and like, I'm like a badass spy, and you've got like balding regular ass Alfred with his fucking blunderbuss. Just like, I say, and then just blows his head clean off his shoulders, right?
Your description of absolute Alfred just does keep making me think of TNG Worf.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alfred gets hit with an empty barrel and is out of commission for like 3 issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's fine. Absolute Selena Kyle is the hottest woman in any comic book ever.
I want to see
Darkseid. Both like he was so fucking like he lured Bruce into this false sense of security. Like
it's so funny.
Here, Bruce. Here's your mom. She's alive. Here's the hottest Selena Kyle has ever looked in anything ever, and she's like totally obsessed with you.
A good picture.
And
There's
then,
so many.
And then here's Bane.
And have fun. Where's a good? There's Google. I would like one without. I mean, the helmet is cool. Hold on, I'll find a.
Helmet kicks ass.
The helmet is extremely cool. Let me find it. Like, this is what her outfit looks like. It rocks. Like, I love the cool bubble helmet.
Oh, this look.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Here's here's one of the variant covers.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
She's like an insane turbo babe, and like they're like together and trying to make trying to do something, and it's good, right? So it is funny. Darkseid is just like. You shot me, bitch. I'm about to make sure, like, finally learning the content. By the way, because like the absolute universe is prefaced off of the Grant Morrison Crisis thing, and like because of the way that ends, Darkseid creates the absolute universe functionally, right? And it's like a worse shitty like universe. That's the whole thing. It's an excuse to have like a rebooted universe, like to have like a Marvel style ultimate universe where everything is different. Like that's the narrative conceit why it exists, right? And like I knew that going in just because when all of the absolute stuff was first coming out, of course, even me, not particular caring about comics, everybody was talking about the absolute universe, right?
Yeah.
So I knew like the justification for why. And then actually getting into it and reading all of it, it's like, oh, he's mad. I see.
He's so mad.
You didn't win.
Everyone else, like, it's fucked up, but like not to the severity that Bruce goes through.
Yeah, because that's the motherfucker who shot him at the end of the whole thing. He's like, nope, you're getting it the worst, asshole. It's great. It's really good. I should probably read Final Crisis at some point, but that's like a whole thing, and I don't wanna. I like Grant Morrison a lot, so it's gonna happen at some point, but not right now. Absolute Batman is good. That's what it all boils down to. And then 2 other things, real quick. I'll be faster about them. 1, Fields of Mystery 1.0 came out. It's good.
Yay!
It's I question the wisdom of doing an engine swap.
Really?
3 months before 1.0 came out.
They rebuilt the whole game?
They rebuilt the whole game in a proprietary engine instead of using Game Maker.
Damn.
And we're talking about this like pre-recording that didn't end up happening for Big Gay Nerds a couple days ago. And the thing that I was trying to figure out, like, why would you do that? Because again, like, doing a complete engine change, rebuilding the entire game in a new engine, one that you're making yourself in that short span of time, is a really insane thing for any developer of any scale to do, especially when Mystery has been in early access for like multiple years at this point. And then I looked up how much it costs to get the version of Game Maker that lets you export things to consoles. And let me tell you, dear listener, and also Ben, If you get the normal version of Game Maker, which is just like, yeah, I want to make things on PC, and I don't really care, it's $100 for a lifetime license per seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that lets you, the enterprise version, which lets you export to console, is, if I recall correctly, $800 a year per seat.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're working in the indie game budgetary space, you might be at a point where, like, it's actually cheaper for us to, like, do some bullshit in Godot instead of laying out what would end up being thousands of dollars per year into perpetuity.
Yeah. So, I understand. I think it's a little to do it like 4 months before the final version of the game comes out. There's some new bugs that I never ran into in the Game Maker version. A tendency to just get caught on corners. You can jump out. The game gives you a jump button, right? So you can jump out of it. Like if you're standing in a corner, like, you know, like a little corner of land that's like between land and like water, right? Mm-hmm. That little corner of the map, you can just easily get stuck in. You get stuck on some collision or something. It still happens even after they said they patched it. So I don't know. Yeah. You can jump out of it, and there's a button in the interface that you can click. If you're like really stuck, it'll just move you back to the entrance of an area. That's not ideal for when you're just like playing the game, obviously, but it is a fix.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other little like little glitches all over the place. There's a lot of stuff that feels unfinished. I need to find a picture of somebody holding a baby in Mystria. Mystria baby portrait on...
I'm gonna be real, I didn't let you know I mean, I know it's a Harvest Moon type of game.
Yeah.
I did not realize they actually let you do that in Mystria.
Yeah, you can. You can actually have...
You can have a fucked up dragon baby?
You can have a dragon baby. It's a cute dragon baby, too,
I'll
tell you.
They've gotten that far into the development, huh?
This is currently what it looks like for like Baylor holding.
Oh, that's Baby Hands McMike.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what should be the title card. Is Baylor just not holding his baby? Yeah.
Well, he's actually doing hovering pizza.jpg to his baby.
I think that's why he's doing the hand motion. Yeah. They literally just pasted the baby sprite on top of your spouse's sprite.
Yeah, right? They need to. The thing is,
redraw that shit. Yeah.
The problem is, you could have just been like, okay, here's the baby, like kind of hovering in front of the portrait because like it's a portrait, whatever. But like it's too close to the arms.
Yeah.
That it creates the illusion that he's supposed to be holding the baby.
Yeah, they're supposed to be holding the baby, but it does not look like it even a little bit. Which is very
It seems
funny.
like the intention was to have it so that the arms would be mapped to like mask out the thing, so it looks like he's cradling it in his arms.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't do that. Like they forgot to do that, or it's not working right or something.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they fix that sooner than later. And then just like a couple other things. There's like festivals that still haven't been implemented and small stuff like that, you know? And you're
it's
like,
1.0.
Okay. It's 1.0. I'm hoping that there's going to be a few more updates as we go before they're fun. They are not Stardew Valleying this thing, right? They are not like supporting it in perpetuity. It is. They will be done with Fields of Mystria at some point in our human life. Unlike Concerned Ape, who is never finishing Haunted Chocolatier because he's too busy updating Stardew Valley constantly, right?
Right.
Stardew Valley will be done in their human lifetimes, but it's only because I think Concerned Ape will die before me.
Yeah, he works harder than me and he's older than me, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna die before me. Yeah. But that second game of his is never coming out.
No.
Ever. So, but no, this does, but I'm hoping, you know, over the coming months, they'll kind of patch things up, clean things up. The game is great though. Fields of Mystria, they put crack in the video game. You just are constantly wanting to play it. There's always some new little thing to like motivate you to keep going, right?
Yeah.
So, it's it's just fun. There's a bunch of stuff to do and see and discover. And if you're like me and you really liked Stardew Valley, but you didn't like the way that game looked, have I got the game for you? Yeah, Mystria is good. That's kind of, it's not very deep, but I really enjoy it.
No, it doesn't have to be deep, you know?
It doesn't have to be deep. It's a farming game.
It's a farming game. Like, ultimately, like, my thing with Stardew Valley also is that, like, it has the Rune Factory thing, right? Yeah. Where you have the really... And I know, like, this also has, like, a cave with levels and whatever, but, like... Totally. I think these games are better when that element is less crazy.
Yeah, the Mystria one is pretty simple. It's like the last... I haven't gotten to the final level. I'm on this, like, the second to last one, I think, or the third. But, like, the Mystria dungeon is not too... What's the word? In-depth, which is funny, because it's a mine. It's very simple, but, you know, it's used for gathering additional resources. And, I mean, it would be weird if it didn't have it, considering the hook of Mystria is that it's Stardew Valley, but a fantasy game. So, of course, it should probably have some, like, degree of a dungeon like Stardew Valley, right? It's weird that Stardew Valley has one, considering, like, what that game is.
Yeah, Stardew Valley, comparatively, Fields of Mystria is a game that feels like it is very intentionally the thing that it is. Mm-hmm. Stardew Valley is a game that, while I respect a great deal, is a game that you can kind of tell is assembled from, like, here's my idea.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Like, I want to have, like, I want to have Rune Factory, but in the traditional, like, the style of a traditional Harvest Moon, and I will just bastardize this until it works, because dev art is okay, and also I'm making this game how I can make it, etc., etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Mystria is like a whole, like, we have this vision of Mystria, we're setting out to make this game.
Yeah, we have it's a bit more, it feels a little bit more like we know what we want it to be, and we're going to kind of shape the game to be that, right?
Right.
So it's good. I really enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to unlocking the last, like, love interest character, which is a big, beautiful dragon lady.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to meeting her, because I did not meet her in the early access version of the game.
I have seen her. Wow.
Know, she's big.
You ever seen a character that, like, you're just like, okay, well, the ratio of people who are going to romance this character versus the others is, like, stacked.
Yeah.
In their favor.
Yeah. I feel a little bad for people who signed on to the original Mean Girl in the cast, because goddamn, the last evil lady does just seem like her dialed up to, like, 3 times volume.
Yeah, because Juniper is more like a she's just kind of mean. She's not like she's just kind of like bratty more than anything. It's like, what if you had a romance plot line with, like, fucking Nanami from Revolutionary Girl Not, right?
I mean,
Nightmare.
Nightmare, yeah, exactly. But she's funny, you know. This the last love interest character is, like, big, buff, like, barbarian looking ass woman. So take that however you will.
I will. Thank you.
I know, yeah. And I'm really looking forward to meeting her at some point. Yeah, Mystria is good. And then X-Files.
Yeah!
I started season 3 of the X-Files. I've been going through it. It's a very fun show. X-Files continues to just be like, every season, I'm like, God, this is the best show ever made. This might be the best piece of 90s TV of all time. Sorry, Star Trek. Even though there have been some real fucking dog-ass episodes of the X-Files, man.
Can it be a good TV show if it's not also sometimes a terrible TV show?
It needs to.
Yes.
You need dog shit to be a good show.
It does. You have to. How can you appreciate the good if you don't have any bad to compare it to? Huh?
I think the only show I have literally ever watched that escapes this is Utena.
That's so true. Yeah.
And I think Utena literally just gets away with it because they have the Nanami episodes. So like, you know, you don't
like their
and like
buffer.
Yeah, those are good, but they like activate. It's like artificial. It's like artificial sweeteners, right? It activates the same part of your brain that's looking for the episodes that are bad.
Yeah, totally. It's it tricks you into thinking there's bad episodes, so then you can appreciate the back end of Utena even more, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
But what I don't want to ramble too much because I don't want to spoil anything for Ben. So like kind of the highlights are we're finally getting to Vince Gilligan episodes of the X-Files. This is when he wrote an episode in season 2, and season 3 is where he becomes a major player in the X-Files. And season 4 onward is where he is like a creative director and co-producer. So Vince Gilligan, by the way, is the guy who made Breaking Bad. So this is basically where he got his start. And we watched a Vince Gilligan episode last night, and it was awesome. Shocking no one. The Vince Gilligan episode of season 3 of X-Files was really good. It ends in this crazy, like, it's a good episode. It's just a good X-Files episode in the beginning. And then the last, I want to say 10 to 15 minutes, it becomes a great episode of the X-Files with like this crazy Russian roulette standoff thing. That is phenomenal and just really well acted and well done and crazy tense at every moment. And I really liked it. It's like, oh yeah, okay, Vince Gilligan, right, he's got the sauce. There's an episode in this one called Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose. It's written by the guy who wrote Humbug.
So you know it's good.
So it's good, yeah. Humbug is my favorite episode of the X-Files still. So, and Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose might be my second favorite episode of the X-Files. So, you know. There's a third episode by him. The writer is Darren Morgan, for the record. There's a third episode by him called War of the Copperphages. It's about roaches. It's gross. But it's so good that I literally couldn't skip it. I saw that it was written by Darren Morgan, and I was like, this tastes terrible, Lord, but I'll do it for you. And
isn't copperphages shit eaters, or am I misremembering copra?
I think copperphage is just what roaches are called. Like, that's like their scientific name, right?
So I know phage. Yeah, it's shit eaters.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, well there you go.
Because I know phage is eater.
Yeah.
And I'm like copra. I think is like copricite or whatever, which is like petrified shits.
So but that's what roaches can be. So, it's great. It's a really funny episode. Because that's kind of Darren Morgan's whole thing, is writing these weird... It's funny, I like that episode a lot. It's Darren Morgan's least favorite episode that he wrote for the X-Files. He did 5 episodes for the whole show. And that one is his least favorite, which is funny. But it's good. And then the episode after it is called Syzygy, and it's also good. I don't want to spoil anything, but they're just... Anytime Mulder and Scully are getting mad at each other, it's funny. Right?
Yeah.
Because you, the audience, are watching like, you do want to fuck so bad, it makes you look stupid.
They want to fuck so bad, it's crazy. There are so many moments. You're just like, we used to be a real country, right?
Yeah.
And I know this because of like it just being like Mulder and Scully being allowed to have that many seasons of sexual tension of TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
26 episodes a season for them to not fuck is crazy. But it works.
God, I love Apothecary Diaries.
So true. Apothecary Diaries is in a lot of ways the successor to the X-Files, which is a funny statement to make, but it's about an extremely competent woman and the weird pervert that's obsessed with her, but is also very good at what he does, right? That's those are the same show. If you distill it down to its like basic form, you've got like the cool doctor girl who's extremely competent, but also kind of a little weirdo, and also literally little in that she is very short. And then there's this tall loser who's very handsome, but has absolutely no control over his life. and is obsessed with the small gremlin genius woman. I have described both the plot of the X-Files and Apothecary Diaries.
I guess the only real difference is for X-Files. Imagine when they were making the show, if they were like at the end of season 1, they were like, yeah, no, well, this is originally going to be the Scully show, and then we realized that people just liked Mulder a lot, and so I guess we're going to put him in season 2, as though like they didn't understand what they had been writing when they were like... When they were like, yeah, no, we're going to have both of these characters interact.
Well, that's the thing, though, because the beginning of season 1 of the X-Files feels a lot like, oh, people are here for Fox Mulder and nobody else. And it's like, no, actually, people are here for the both of them. It is kind of funny in that way. It got flipped because, early X-Files is so, mostly about how Mulder is right about everything, right? And Scully just kind of exists as a character for him to bounce off of until we get to the episode Ben just recently watched, which is Beyond the Sea, and it's really good. And that was when they were like, oh shit, we should probably make Scully into a character too. And then they did. So in a way, it is still the Apothecary Diaries. It's still just the X-Files.
I'm just imagining an alternate universe where they have an interview, right? And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, originally I had been planning to kill Fox Mulder off after the first season, and it was just going to be the Scully show, but, I guess people like Fox Mulder, so he gets to stick around.
It's really funny to know that the Apothecary Diaries writer was like, I was going to kill Jinshi, right?
In this way, they are the anti-Fujimoto, but I still appreciate it, because that doesn't mean bad. It's still good. I just always think about, asking my editor which of these two characters I should kill, and the editor says one thing, and so I just pick the other one instead, just to spite them.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I love when that happens. It happens very frequently in manga, especially where it's like, oh yeah, well this people really resonated with this character, so I guess they can stick around. I didn't plan on that, but
manga is often written by the seat of the pant, right?
That's correct.
Most manga is not. Everybody says Eiichiro Oda planned all this shit years in advance.
Didn't.
No, he didn't. He's been making it up as he goes along, and he pulls stuff that he referenced a billion years. I should bring that back up. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? He's making it up as he goes. Oda is not some incredible prescient genius.
Unlike Araki, if Oda is doing the smart thing you're supposed to do, which is occasionally go I should make some time to reread some earlier chapters.
Yeah, and bring things back. He's probably got a big notebook full of stuff I should bring this back.
Very famously, Oda will cross-reference the One Piece wiki to make sure his attack names are consistent.
God, more care than some of those poor overworked manga authors.
That rules.
I think one of my favorites is the early parts of Dr. Stone, which had Senku and his two high school friends, who were definitely not. Well, actually, originally, his friend Tatsu was the actual main character, the focal character, and Senku was just kind of the secondary guy who was a super genius. It's if the perspective was on Watson watching Sherlock do stuff.
Right.
And then no one was really vibing with that, and everyone liked Senku a lot more. So he's funny. You two can go away, and we're going to give a new cast of characters for Senku to hang out with.
No, I think that's perfect. That's exactly what you should do, yeah.
Yeah.
If something's not working, change it, right? Yeah, they do that with the X-Files. They're just because the thing that occurs to me, and Saturn already heard me talk about this on Sunday before we didn't record Big Gay Nerds, because the thing about the X-Files that you don't, because it has such a cultural, via cultural osmosis, you kind of know things about the X-Files, right? It's this and this. It's about, the push and pull between Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. And the idea that Fox Mulder wants to believe, but is an atheist, and Dana Scully is a skeptic who is also a Catholic, right? That's the cultural perceptions we have of the X-Files. And you go and you watch those first 2 seasons of the X-Files, and it's not there yet. which is interesting. Right. Like, it's there to like a little bit of a degree, but Mulder is a lot more like willing to acknowledge like demons and angels and shit like that, right? In the earlier seasons of the X-Files versus later. And I think it's because, I got to the episode in season 3 of the X-Files where that gets established really hard, right? And season 3 is also, to be vague about it, there's a bit in season 2 that if it weren't walked back in any capacity, it would make Scully's reticence in believing in aliens look kind of absurd, right?
Right.
So, Retica meeting Heidel and going, no, gods aren't real.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that. So they, in season 3, I don't want to say they necessarily retcon it, but they kind of soften it with an explanation that makes sense to Scully's logical brain, right? And that allows Scully to be more of a skeptic, to be somebody for Mulder to bounce off of. They realized, basically, that they had kind of accidentally written themselves out of a good dynamic between these two characters, right? And so in season 3, they course correct. They're like, oh shit, we now know what we want this show to be. We want it to be about this. We want it to be about, the conspiracy theorist, atheist, and skeptic Catholic. We want it to be about Mulder believing in this so deeply and Scully always kind of pushing back on it. We want this to be more of a Monster of the Week show. Like, there are still, they call them mythology episodes in season 3, but the Monster of the Week stuff is the way more interesting shit in the X-Files. At least where I am right now. Maybe that'll change as we keep going. But to me, that's the most interesting thing about watching a show like this, is realizing, they're also making it up as they go along, and they're realizing as they make it what they actually think this thing needs to be successful, and then they figure it out, and of course it's a huge hit. And I don't know, I think it's really interesting. It was fun to watch that episode of like Scully dealing with like these ideas of faith and miracles and stuff like that, and really like be like, oh, this is when they realized what they wanted to do with her. They want her to have kind of a crisis of faith that she's always working through while being in conversation with Mulder. These two people are like super different in basically every single way, and that's where the chemistry lies, right?
Yeah.
Because these two have crazy chemistry on screen at literally all times. They're like, well, we should probably encourage that because everybody was so invested in it, and it makes for a great 45 minutes of TV. I really like the X-Files.
It's really good.
I'm coming away from it just being like, wow, this show is way better than I remember. Even when it's absolutely dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're saying, sometimes you just need a little bit of dog shit to appreciate what's good.
You need some really, really shitty episodes to appreciate the really, really good ones, like Syzygy and like Humbug.
The thing about like putting a dash of salt in like a baked good that you're making, like a sweet.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like that, it's not the sweetness I want, but it activates all the rest of my taste buds. Yes. So the stuff that's sweet tastes even sweeter than it would otherwise.
Totally. That's that contrast in flavors that makes it so good. That's what the X-Files is.
You need them to have shitty episodes because they're on cooldown for writing good episodes.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want them to just constantly be writing bangers because you feel like they're running out of ideas eventually. When I guess maybe they do. Who knows?
It's like when
the show did end at some point.
Yeah, so.
It's like when a giant mech overheats and it needs to exhaust all the build up energy.
Yeah, totally.
That's what bad episodes are.
Yeah, and they in themselves can be entertaining in their own way. I have not skipped an episode of the X-Files yet, so which is more than I can say for old Star Trek. I skipped the entire first 2 seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I have not been so put off by an intro to an episode of the X-Files yet that I'm like, except for the roach one, but that's only because I'm disgusted by roaches, and I still had to go like, no, be strong, you have to watch it, it's a good one. So yeah, no, it's great. And because you just watched Beyond the Sea.
I did.
Isn't it good?
That was a good episode.
It's a good episode of
That's
TV.
That is them being like, oh, this is the dynamic these characters should have.
Absolutely. This incredible devotion, despite the fact that Beyond the Sea is a season 1 episode. She has been Box Mulder's partner for 5 months at this point, and she's like, I would die for this giant idiot. Mm-hmm. He's 6'2", and yes, he's a moron, but he's my moron. And it's great. It's such a good episode. I don't know, that actor is really good. The guy who plays the main the main killer.
Boggs, yeah.
Yeah, Boggs is awesome. His actor is tremendous.
Mm-hmm. And having that
someday I'll find somebody who wants a 6'3" complete shithead idiot
to die for.
Yeah, who podcasts sometimes and doesn't have really any marketable skills whatsoever besides a useless master's degree.
What are your opinions on Alien, Saturn?
I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to meet one, so I will withhold judgment until I do.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
How very Scully of you, Saturn.
I like that this episode does flip the dynamic where Mulder looks at this guy and he's like, this guy's a fucking fraud. I know what real psychic powers look like.
That's actually one of my favorite, because they do that a lot, where Mulder is very this is not the fantasy horse shit. This is not the shape it normally takes.
It's very that episode of Batman Beyond where Bruce is like, no, your school isn't haunted. I've dealt with real ghosts. I know what a real haunting looks like.
I know what a real haunting is like, asshole. It's not this. It's one of my favorite bits, because they do that. I mean, that's a recurring theme. Yeah.
And it's also good because it makes sure that it reinforces the idea that Mulder isn't an idiot.
No, yeah.
He's not a conspiracy nut who doesn't believe, he has standards.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things they reinforce a lot is that Mulder is kind of he is kind of a profiling genius. Profiling is a fake science, but in the lore of the show, Mulder is actually quite intelligent. He knows a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of reading. He's a really good investigator. And so the thing that everybody kind of says about him is that it's such a shame he's such a crank, because he could be a really important person in the Bureau, but because he believes in all this dumb spooky shit, they stick him in the basement with the X-Files, right? That's what he wants to do. And it's well, Mulder is a great investigator. His talents are being wasted. So it's always good to have these episodes that really reinforce that.
I think all of his haters are just worried that they're going to find out that ghosts or aliens are involved in way more interstate crime than they think they are.
Yeah. Ghosts are taking things across state lines all the fucking time, y'all.
They can just hide it inside their bodies, and it's intangible, so you can't find it.
They were saying on the Nth Circle did an interview with Games Align a week or two ago, and they were talking about they were asking what was the origin of the idea for Morgan, and Brian mentioned there was some thinking about how recently-ish they were able to posthumously identify the identity of the Golden State Killer based on not that his DNA was ever on record, but that a family member did a 23andMe or something, and then the partial match bounced back from the DNA evidence they had from his crimes or whatever. And it did turn out that the Golden State Killer was a gray. So that's what they were afraid of when they put Fox Mulder in the basement.
Yeah, absolutely. That they don't want to admit. I mean, literally, that's the whole hook of the show, is that the government does not want to admit that aliens are real. Because it would just they would just be a big fucking headache, mostly.
Yeah,
it would. That if aliens were real, it would mostly just be a big pain in the ass to deal with.
It's a lot of paperwork.
Well, I think that the worst part is knowing that it's it would not be the problem wouldn't be the riots in the streets so much as it would be that you'd have a whole new breed of conservative whose sole political platform is shooting intercontinental ballistic missiles at the aliens.
Yeah, into space and hoping to just hit something. Absolutely.
Reminds me of Steven Universe when you meet Greg's brother, who is voiced by Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah.
And his whole thing is learning that Steven has been raised by literal illegal aliens.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I didn't realize he was voiced by.
Yeah, that's Dave Willis.
That's so funny.
Just doing the Carl voice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah, of course. You got a show on Cartoon Network. You have to utilize Adult Swim guys, especially Carl.
Yeah.
But no, I really like Beyond the Sea is the first episode, I think, of the X-Files that like the show clicks, right? Does that make sense? Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right. Yeah, it's the first one where like it's not two FBI agents explore a weird alien or monster thing.
Yeah.
It's the first episode that is about Mulder and Scully.
Yeah, and it's about like it's like a genuinely like at first like the first handful of episodes of the X-Files are good. They're fine.
Yeah.
But I would not say any of them are great. The first Beyond the Sea is the first episode of the X-Files that is genuinely great and makes you understand the appeal of the show, right?
Yeah.
Like the mystery, the chemistry, the kind of the push and pull of like what is real and what isn't, you know. All of that. And it also has Briggs from fucking Twin Peaks.
Yeah, it does.
So
Major General Briggs.
Major General Briggs plays Scully's dad, which is great.
That guy was born to play like stodgy old dudes with dubious connections to the government.
Well,
100%.
Garland Briggs, Scully's dad, Commander Scully, I think. He's a Navy guy. He's like a real like stand up, you know. I mean,
he's a captain.
It's his character is Captain Scully. You're right. Because he calls Scully Starbuck, right? It's Captain Ahab thing. His character in the X-Files is just his character in Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
like, it's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
It's the exact same, which is like, you know, vaguely nice, affectionate father, military guy.
Right.
He was like a guy just like made in a lab to play that character.
It's crazy.
If you were born in 1970, that guy is your dad.
Yeah.
Okay, I just checked.
Prototypical Navy dad.
I just checked. Oh, he actually is a United States Army captain.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Checked like his Wikipedia page. So the intro article about him is he's known for playing General George Hammond in Stargate, Major Garland Briggs in Twin Peaks, Captain William Scully in the X-Files, and is known for playing Wild Bill in the G.I. Joe animated movies. So he is just a military guy in all shapes and sizes.
God, I forgot he's like a major character in Stargate too. What a king! What a guy who just knows exactly what he is and is like
Rip to a real one.
Rip to a real one. Play your strengths, dog. Also, speaking of 90s army dudes who are on TV, there's an episode in season 3 that has R. Lee Ermey cameoing as like a fraud reverend who's faking stigmata, and it's awesome. He dies in the cold open, of course. But I was like, that's Ermey. That's literally R. Lee Ermey. I had to look it up, and I was right. So I've run into Ermey. I've run into baby-faced Ryan Reynolds in an episode of the X-Files.
And Jack Black.
Jack Black, and Seth Green.
Yeah, season 1 has Seth Green, which is always fun to see Seth Green.
There's an episode about a girl who gets kidnapped, and the girl who gets kidnapped, the victim in the story, is Kaylee from Firefly, like the cutesy little engineer girl who's always like so like just adorable. It's her. I was like, I know that face, and I realized it was Kaylee from Firefly. It's really fun. Tony Todd was in an early episode of X-Files. Candyman himself was in an episode of X-Files, which was awesome. A lot of just people sneaking in. Apparently, in the episode I watched last night, I missed it, but Dave Grohl is like a background character in the episode Pusher because he's a huge X-Files fan, which makes sense because Foo Fighters is a UFO thing, right? A Foo Fighter is a UFO thing.
That's so funny.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, no. So he got to have like a little background cameo in the Vince Gilligan episode Pusher. So
shout outs to Dave Grohl for the 30-year posthumous confirmation that Kurt Cobain was either a closeted woman or a himijoshi.
That's right. Thank you.
Well, I say or, it could be and, I don't know.
Both. I mean, Kurt Cobain was a real one,
Kurt Cobain Kurt Cobain would have liked Green Yuri, according to Dave Grohl.
I think he's right too.
He would know better than me objectively.
Yeah.
It literally knew the man. So yeah.
I don't think I was alive at the same time as Kurt Cobain. I'm not saying anything. I'm not making my public views on reincarnation clear.
Wait, Saturn, when were you born?
95.
You weren't alive at the same time as Kurt Cobain.
I believe he died in 94, didn't he?
Yeah.
90. Get away from me!
I'm as far away from you as I can be without driving to Miami.
You're so young.
I'm very young. I'm 31 and a half years old.
Well, I was alive when Kurt Cobain was alive. So, I had a moment there. So, it's fine. It's
fine.
I understand. I get creeped out when I meet someone who was born after 9/11.
Oh, it's horrible, right?
And those people are old enough to be to have graduate degrees.
And they're old enough to vote and drive cars and
they're married with kids.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
You could be born after 9/11 and be married with children, which is horrible. So I hate it. Anyways, I'm sorry. X-Files good. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean for it to
We're
take so long.
old.
We're so old. And the thing is, you go back and you watch all these old 90s shows. And I said I was done, but I'm not. Because the thing is, you go back, you watch these old 90s shows, and they are so beautiful. Right?
There's color, there's lighting.
Yes, they are dramatically staged, they are beautifully lit.
And there's so much of it.
There's so much of it. They had to build... There's an episode in season 2, or it's early season 3, that involves a submarine stuck in the ice, right? And there's this great set piece where Mulder goes to it, and so it's the top part of the submarine is sticking out of the ice. And of course, this was meant to be watched on a standard definition TV. You can tell that it was shot on a sound stage, right?
100%.
100%, of course, it had to be. You can see that the snow is fake, and of course. But the thing is, there's this sequence in that episode where the top part, the part where you climb down into the submarine, right? It's props, the things, the wings, basically, but on a submarine. It starts to resubmerge and go back under the ice. So the props go from being flat, they turn vertical so they can slide through the ice more easily, right? That's what submarines do. And I was watching this, and I was just they had to build an entire fake the neck of a submarine and the functional props that can turn, and then you have to build all of that over the soundstage enough to have it start sinking down into this fake ice, right?
Yeah.
I was watching all of this, and I was like, that is so much work for what was a relatively short shot. There's a handful of shots featuring it, and then there's the kind of the money shot of the props turning and the neck beginning to lower, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They had to build all of that on a soundstage, and you're just watching it, and you're like, this looks so good. It still looks so, even though it's so obviously shot on a soundstage, it looks so good for
because it's a real thing.
It's a real physical thing. In 2026, it would all just be an effects shot, and the show looks so awesome. There are so many amazing. One of the things they do this, and it's a recurring thing because it's an easy way to shoot characters in darkness, is that Mulder and Scully, usually when they're in kind of a dark location, they carry those big 90s, those giant, they look like lunch boxes, very powerful flashlights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a handle on it, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, like floodlights.
Yeah, it's like a floodlight and it has a very focused beam. It makes like a very focused kind of column of light through the darkness. And it's such a smart way to have two characters be in total darkness and you don't want to light them because you want to have the audience understand like how fucking dark it is in this place, right? But you still use those light beams as a way to, one, light your characters, and two, have the action be followable at all. But it also has the bonus of those giant columns of light cutting through the darkness, shot on a standard def film camera, look amazing. It is so moody and so atmospheric and so like stark, the contrast between light and dark and stuff like that. It looks so fucking good. And this was just an average episode of TV, 45 minutes of disposable TV thrown on to fucking Fox or whatever, NBC, whatever, in 1994. And they all just looked like that. I mean, they didn't probably all look that good. The X-Files was a uniquely well-produced show, but still.
Well, it's like, and if you want a show that is largely practical effects like that nowadays, it's like, hey, you can watch the Fallout show and you get 10 episodes every 2 years and change.
Yeah, right. And those shows, and even, like, I like Fallout. I do like that show. I still think any given episode of X-Files has more interesting, like, lighting decisions because naturalism is such a thing in modern TV, right? I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate naturalism.
It drives me insane.
Death to naturalism.
Did you see those screenshots of the Avatar live action show on Netflix?
Yeah, they're just mud.
At night.
Yeah. You can't see anything. They're doing so much like totally unrealistic, like they're shooting at night in the X-Files. But they're just, they've got floodlights. There's an episode set in a fucking rainy Washington state forest, right? Set it at night. And they still just have floodlights way off in the distance to light the background of the shot because they want people to be able to see what the fuck is going on, right?
Yeah.
Like, who cares about naturalism? You got your point across about, like, the darkness and stuff like that with a couple of establishing shots, and now people just want to be able to see the fucking show, right? There's so much of it in the X-Files, and all of it looks great. Most of the rubber masks in this show, Star Trek's has got them beat on that. Star Trek's facial prosthetics.
That's an art.
I mean, that's a show that is mostly facial prosthetics, right?
They better be good at it.
Whew. Oh boy, some of the ones in the X-Files are bad. It's really impressive. There's an episode where Mulder and Scully are being like artificially aged by like fucked up water. Don't worry about it, you'll get there. And boy, you think the age makeup in Star Trek looks bad. The age makeup in Star Trek is like an art compared to how bad the age makeup in that episode of the X-Files was. I was just like, oh my god, it looks so bad.
When you said "Don't worry, you'll get there," my brain had a moment of like thinking that you were insinuating that was happening to our water supplies in real life.
I mean, get with enough data centers, it's fine.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
Go to the beach that makes you old.
Go to the
I did find out something funny. I did find out something very funny very funny. It's horrible recently. Sure. But about the Colorado River and how its water levels have been decreasing, and finding out it's like, I mean, yeah, data centers do make up part of that, but most of that is because of right to water stuff and just using all the water in the Colorado River to just grow the worst, least valuable crops in the world to feed the cows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like literally more than half of the water usage is just from like fucking watering alfalfa. And I'm like, oh man,
alfalfa is a huge what's the
water hog?
Water hog. Yeah. Also, look how bad this age makeup is.
Oh god.
Oh boy, that's a Halloween mask.
It's so bad.
Dog, she's not gonna look like that when she's 90.
No, there's no universe where Gillian Anderson looks that bad ever.
I guess they're just thinking like
they're like being fucked up by evil water. It's not like she's aging naturally. No.
I also have to remember that this is filmed in the 90s. And
right.
that their grandmothers were all people who looked like this at 50 because they breathed in like 3 packs of cigarette smoke a day every day.
The gas had lead in it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Good point. So true.
They all had clone rot in the 20th century.
But no, the other thing, and then I swear I'm done. So many of these episodes, I'm just watching it, and it's much like when I watched Star Trek Voyager. So many of these episodes, I'm just laying there, and the only thing I can say is, God, Gillian Anderson is beautiful. She's so gorgeous. Yeah. She's like the most beautiful woman in the entire world. It's crazy how beautiful Gillian Anderson is. Gillian? I don't know. I actually don't know which one it is, but she is so freaking. She's just gorgeous with her big dork-ass glasses and her red hair. She's just beautiful.
Survey says Gillian Lee Anderson.
Oh, there we go.
She's very beautiful, and David Duchovny is very handsome when he isn't looking like the saddest, wettest dog on the planet. Yeah.
I know, like, to a degree, like, and like I know the world we live in. I know, like, you know, plastic surgery and things exist, and people use them, especially when you are a good-looking Hollywood star. But this is her now at like 58 years old. This is from this year.
She looks great.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's had some work done. That honestly, it's normal at this point, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's normal. But it's like, compare that to the old age makeup. No. Like, that's a 90-year-old Scully right there.
She looks phenomenal. Apparently, she's in that new horror movie that just came out. That is apparently, everybody's saying it's really good, so I might go see it to support
Which one?
my girl. Oh damn it! It's got a really long name. Hold on, Gillian Anderson.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Yes, that's
that's a title.
Everyone says it's awesome. Yeah.
I've heard about it, and I haven't heard anything about it. You know?
Yeah, no. Apparently it's really good. So I need to go watch it and support my girl.
Oh, director of I Saw the TV Glow. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, that tracks. Okay.
That would do it.
Yeah, totally. So, I think that's it. I think I got it all in my system for now. Please look forward to next week. I'm sorry. Ben?
Saturn, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. There was a thing that was mentioned earlier, and I can't remember what my original segue I had been thinking about was, but that's okay. It's been pretty... I missed last week mostly because I've been busy with both work and creative work and haven't had much time to do anything, so I was just like, guys, I don't have anything to talk about. I have too much shit to do. I'm going to skip this week.
Sure.
And even then, I've made the cardinal mistake of going, I'll like draw while I'm on here. I haven't touched my fucking tablet the entire time I've been on here because I can't like listen to people while I'm like I'm not absorbing what you're saying if I'm drawing, and I want to absorb what you're saying because I care about what my friends think and feel. The only real thing I have vis-a-vis like media updates, because like besides our normal streams, I haven't really been up to anything. Like I did a big walk stream with some of the Boston Night friend group last week. We might be doing another shorter one on Friday or on Saturday rather. But like I don't know if we are or not because there's a lot of people who can't make it, and so we're kind of up in the air of whether we're going to just wait a week or just have a shorter session, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Besides that, the only like media update I really have is that about a week and change ago, I was chatting on Discord with a friend, and I have to stress, I was very drunk. My decision making was impeded, and this friend had talked to me a bit about and I'm not going to talk too much about this because I just still don't feel good talking too much about it. But we had been talking about the disparaged and disgraced South Korean gacha game Limbus Company from hated studio Project Moon, helmed by noted bastard and unforgivable villain Kim Ji-hoon. And I did reinstall it while drunk. And so now that it is back on my phone, I have just been like, whatever, I'm just going to continue going through the story mode that I have not touched in 3 years because I have been on and off possessed by a deathly curiosity as to like what is going on there still, you know, like
yeah, totally.
I don't really have any interest in like it being a hobby gacha the way it was when I played it, but like
you want to know what's going on in it.
Yeah, because the thing is, and this is the only reason I bring it up, the thing that's really pissing me off is how I get back into it. It's like, oh right, there's gachas besides Fate that are written well.
Yeah, I get
like
it.
It's really, it's genuinely like I went to I came back to Kanto 4, which is called The Evil Defining, and it's like its focus character is Ishmael. And in the fashion of Prajmoon's other stuff, and with this cast of characters, the idea is that all these characters are named after characters from the fictional classics. Like Ishmael is Ishmael from Moby Dick,
right?
And like there's Don Quixote, there's Merceau from The Stranger, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of their stories, which the chapters are kind of focused around, are these weird like they're like, it's kind of doing a riff on the story they're from, but in a very like obtuse way. So like, this Ishmael chapter, The Evil Defining, is about hunting whales, and it is about specifically but unlike, so it's a revenge story, as you might expect for being based on Moby Dick, but instead of, because like Ishmael isn't Captain Ahab, she's Ishmael,
right.
And her thing is being driven insane by the revenge she wants to get against Captain Ahab, who led the entire crew to their sure deaths trying to kill one of the whales on the Great Lake, which is, I don't know how to get into it without describing, like, what if the only ocean was sort of itself a Byzantine reality marble, and the whales that populated it were like these elder gods that just hunted humans, basically?
Okay, yeah, I love
but people still do business on it, because Limbus Company is a bizarre world where it's like, well, yeah, it's nightmare technology, but we make money off of it, so...
Yeah, no, I, again, love Dishonored. I understand.
But she's like, I know everyone else went to their deaths, but I'm confident Captain Ahab is still alive, and I have to kill her for being a horrible bastard woman.
Right.
And you have this story that very slowly unfolds about hunting down the whale, because the whale has swallowed something that we need to get. It's like, fuck, we have to go inside the whale to get it. And you find, like, and the whales, like I mentioned, they're like, they have this elder god thing going on. They turn people into mermaids, which is a sort of askance way of describing a process by which they will consume humans and then turn them into monsters.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Like you don't die when the whale gets you. The whale eats you and turns you into thing that is like it.
Okay.
And so inside this whale, we find the not quite lost but being corrupted remnants of the crew, who are basically being kept alive by their corruption, including Captain Ahab. And there's this whole, like, really tense Toxicuri shit going on, where it's like, no, we have to kill her, but also we need her to get out of the whale.
Right.
Because we have to get this thing and then find a way out of the whale. And then this really, like... And they do spoil a little bit by, like, leaning heavily on it at the very end, but this thing that kind of unfolds very naturally, where, like, you use this thing about the whale and it turning the humans into monsters as a direct mirror for Captain Ahab, the abusive captain, whose Ishmael's desire for revenge has turned her slowly into a woman who more resembles Captain Ahab.
Okay,
right?
Yeah,
like,
totally, yeah.
Like, one of the unique things about one of the design things of Captain Ahab is that she has this like real like back length hair, right? This insanely long hair. And whenever you see flashbacks from Ishmael when she's younger, she has very short hair because it gets in the way. Like, she's a very practical woman. Like, she doesn't want a thing. But when you see her finally staring down Captain Ahab, they have the same length of hair.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, and it's like a very similar texture too, and all that. And it's like, and you get this thing of like, oh, it's this cool thing where the horror story that we are involved in is also this really interesting mirror for someone trying to like grapple with their hatred for someone who ruined their life.
Yeah.
And then eventually being able to overcome that and to get the greatest revenge by just living her best life instead of like ruining everything to kill her white whale.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's like, Fuck, man. Come on.
It's
Why
good.
is no other gacha capable of writing a story that's good? It pisses me off. Why do I have to keep playing fucking South Korean chud game? I'm mad.
Sorry.
I'm mad about it.
No, I understand completely. I really do.
It's suffering.
It's pain. It really it's pain and suffering. 100%.
It makes me so fucking mad, and that's it. That's like the only media experience I've had for like the last 2 weeks.
That's fine.
I just don't have time to do anything else. Like I've been logging onto Warframe occasionally, and like that's it. Like, and so like I got nothing. That's me. That's your Saturn intermission before you get to the Ben hour.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Already talked about X-Files. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
Cool.
Playing a lot more of the Dreadheart mod for Midnight Suns.
Oh yeah.
Midnight Suns is such a Fallout 4 for me.
Yeah.
It's a potato chips game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good looking game at all.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like all the character models in Midnight Suns look fucking terrible. Okay? Right. But the gameplay loop is phenomenal.
Just addicting.
Just doing round after round of this card-based XCOM turn-based strategy thing is so addicting. The mod is doing a great job of balancing characters that I didn't like in the original game are now a lot more fun and a lot more viable for these.
So you've last time we talked about this when Saturn wasn't here, you were like, I don't really know what I'm doing with like team comp stuff. So I assume now you've really kind of figured out what this game wants from you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I know like who to bring along, like what 3 characters to bring to make a composite team, like what characters play off of each other a lot better. And it's been going great. I've been having a fantastic time just going through that story again. I'm so mad that we're never going to get a sequel to it because I feel like if they had gotten the ability to make like an X-Men version of this game, it would have done gangbusters.
Right.
This had I haven't felt like this level of like exploring the Marvel universe since playing Ultimate Alliance 3. And I'm like playing this and I'm like, I should go back and play Ultimate Alliance 3 again. That was a really good game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm having a great time with that.
I will say before you continue, because I did forget to mention it in the Saturn intermission, and that did actually remind me of it very directly.
Yeah.
I will say on a similar note, for it being a Fallout 4 kind of game, like it's just addicting thing. Limbus is unfortunately also still like the only battle gacha that I think is actually fun.
Yeah.
That battle system is crazy, and it's like it does piss me off that no one has stolen it yet because it seems very stealable.
Right. Yeah.
Though admittedly, I know they work entirely in Unity and have been working on that battle system since Library of Ruina back in like 2018 or whenever that came out. I don't know what kind of dark magic they have had to do to actually make it work the way it works.
Yeah.
But like, I do understand where you're coming from. It's just like, fuck, I just want to play like something else that's this, and then the people in your case, it's the people who made that game are no longer there because that studio is dead.
Right.
In my case, it's the people who made that game are a gacha company with bad politics that I don't want to support materially, and that's unfortunate.
And I know,
it's tragic.
I know, like some of the devs have gone on to make that Star Wars strategy game.
Yeah,
I think one of my friends is working on that actually.
But the problem is, I don't give a shit about Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's correct.
That's the tragedy of it all, right?
Like I'm interested in this game because it's a fun card-based strategy game with Marvel characters.
Yeah, you need that additional hook to make you care, right? Yeah.
It is funny playing this game like in retrospect with like Tokon and Rivals, because like the comparison between for instance Blade in Tokon versus what he looks like in Midnight Suns is there's a distinction.
Let me see. Oh, I see. Tokon.
God, Tokon is so sick.
Tokon's so fucking... Everyone in Tokon looks so fucking cool.
Whoever designed so cool. Blade and Tokon understood the assignment more than any other human alive.
They were just like, what if we did Nagoriyuki again? Well, that's the correct answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's Arxis, so like they're like, we can just do this character again.
We just want to do Nagoriyuki again. No, absolutely. It's so smart.
And they're right to.
Yeah.
Nagoriyuki's a great design, absolutely.
But no, I'm having a great time with that. Sure. I also finished 9 Years of Shadow.
Oh yeah, that was your Metroidvania?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was so... I feel like hopefully they've learned something for their next one, which is it didn't really have a lot of substance.
Yeah, that was the reviews I was seeing.
Yeah. There's a thing. There's an old Yahtzee review, dating myself here.
8,000 years old.
Where he talked about Metroidvanias and like it's not really a hard fast rule that I necessarily believe in, but it is like a trend that I've noticed. Which is how long until you get the double jump.
Right.
Because getting the double jump means that you are now officially out of like maneuverability moves in your Metroidvania.
Right.
Like if they're giving you the double jump, they have run out of ideas on how to make traversal more interesting.
Okay.
You get the double jump very early in 9 Years of Shadow. And there's only one other traversal move in the game, and that is you do a downward like down like a dive kick to bounce off of certain objects to get like a bit more height and get your double jump back. Okay. So you use that to climb things. You do that. Everything else is you get armor sets that allow you to like go underwater, like swim underwater, or go into a poison area, or go into a fire area. And you get like a traversal move, but it's all situational. Like you can turn into a mermaid and swim in the water now instead of just sinking to the bottom.
Kind, yeah.
You for the poison armor set, you can go into tunnels like the morph ball. Which leads to some interesting puzzles, but they don't really take advantage of it, and like it's not really like you're not really thinking too hard about navigating with that. In the heat areas, you can you get like a glide that you're using, like riding heat currents on, and you use that to like to make longer jumps or to ride a heat vent up to the top of the room.
Sure.
And that's kind of about it. You don't get any new weapons. You don't get a lot of new moves.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Like when you were talking about it, I was Googling it while we were talking, and I was like, I'm not going to tell Ben these bad reviews while he's enjoying his game. That's an asshole move.
It was good. Like it feels fine to play. Like there's nothing wrong with like the actual like running and jumping and all that and maneuver, and navigating and like going from place to place. They have good checkpoints with like the fast travel, elevators and stuff in there. So it was good. I enjoyed it. But I walked away being like, God, I really could have used like an air dash or like a better projectile or something like that,
Something else. Oh, absolutely.
I started Dusk Fade, which is that's the Ratchet like.
Yeah, okay.
That game fell out of the year 2002. Like straight up
teleported.
The way the cutscenes are animated, the fidelity of the graphics, the quality of the voice acting, the quirky humor of it. It is a PlayStation 2 game.
It's funny.
It even to the point where it's got like a little bit of jank.
Sure.
Not enough to like be bad, but to give it like a bit of flavor, Yeah,
to give it a little bit of cruft so that you actually care.
Yeah, like the jumping is a little floaty in a way that like you can feel like when you go to Blockbuster and rented a game that people said was kind of like Jack.
Right.
And then you play it like, this is kind of like, it's not as good as Jack, but it's got that same vibe to it. It's got that where like your jump doesn't have, you carry the exact same momentum as you left the ground with. and you don't have any way of redirecting yourself in the air. Like it's very hard to like pivot in the air. So it's got that kind of like drifting jump aspect to it that feels very janky.
It's very kind of Kingdom Hearts 2 jumping, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what's interesting about it is that you have your double jump in there, you know, your PS2 double jump, but then you have an air dodge that counts as a third jump, and the game wants you to use that to traverse like platforming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I thought was like really, it was like you'll see a gap, and you're like, they want me to make that I can make? Wow, okay.
Can I do that? Yeah. You're asking me to do that, so it means I must be able to. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Like that seems like your mindset of like knowing how far a character can jump is like, that seems out of range for a normal game.
Sure.
But there's nowhere else for me to go. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The combat's it could be a little better. There could be a bit more going on in there. But the actual platforming is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Like you're going these beautiful environments. You're jumping on moving platforms and electrified like turbines and stuff, and you're hook shotting onto like floating little helicopter blade things, and it's great. You've got your snarky non-human sidekick that perches on the main character's shoulder.
Yeah.
It's a PS2 game.
It's a PS2 game, yeah.
Yeah.
Toe to tip, this is a PS2 game. Yeah, I get
it. Played a little bit more Trails in the Sky. There was a patch that came out. So there was a cool thing that happened. So the Trails in the Sky sequel is coming out in like a week.
I saw this. They did their I don't even know what to call it, like a unifying
cleanup.
Yeah, cleanup of translation terms and stuff.
Yeah. So like since apparently pretty much every major character from the first game is in the second game, they had all the voice actors back. So they're like, well, yeah, we'll just have them re-record some lines that now, knowing what happens in the second game, we fucked up with the pronunciation, and like some of the terms we used were not quite accurate. The biggest one and the funniest one
I know.
is the kingdom that the game takes place in is spelled Liberl. Liberl.
Right.
Which they pronounced in the game originally as liberal. Which
We're all from the liberal kingdom, baby.
Which is funny, but what's even funnier is that it's because it's like a post-war like situation.
Yeah.
They place a lot of emphasis on news media.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of people talking about, oh yeah, we need to check the liberal news.
The Lion Liberal News, baby. That's so funny.
So they went and redubbed those lines to be liberal.
Liberal.
With emphasis on the Earl now.
Yeah.
Well, the living in the kingdom of liberal is just making me think of that recent, like, insanely good Tumblr post of just like, can I be a leftist if I'm a reactionary conservative?
It's so good.
I've noticed. So I'm enjoying Trails a lot more now because the plot's kind of starting to move a bit more.
Right.
Like I'm gotten to the point where like things, like events, like major events are starting to happen. And I've also, there's like one thing I have a problem with the writing of Trails, which is that it kind of relies a lot on speaking of like gacha things, of gacha games, it kind of does that thing where like, how do I put this? When a character in like a JRPG or like a gacha game or anything like that has a personality quirk, but they don't want to make that character seem unappealing, they'll do the thing where the character will express that quirk, like for instance, this character likes sweets. Right? So like, instead of having that character kind of like get like really obsessive over desserts, they'll have the other characters comment and be like, oh, there they go again doing their obsession with candy.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, you're not actually like, because you don't want to make this character look at all any sort of unappealing whatsoever, right? You don't want to make them look too wacky.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do that a lot in Trails in the Sky, where they'll just have other characters comment on one character's eccentricities in a way that's like an, oh, there they go again.
Right.
Until you get the fourth party member. Who, the one I was talking about last time, who was voiced by Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
And is like is basically just bisexual Zelos.
Yeah.
Where he has like the big eccentricity where he's a wandering bard, so he talks about performing all the time, and like he goes on these long soliloquies. But instead of the characters being like, oh, there he goes again talking to himself, they instead go, this fucking guy, can he shut the fuck up? Oh my god. I am so goddamn sick of hearing his stupid voice.
Stop fucking. That's a very funny character. Very funny character to give Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
That's the perfect character to give Matt Mercer. Now famous DM Matthew Mercer has got the character where everyone's like, God, would you shut the fuck up?
This guy he joins the party for a little while and then he leaves because it's that kind of JRPG where like they don't stick around for long until they join permanently. But then so he joins, you get used to his character, he leaves. Your team gets arrested because you get falsely accused of being in league with Sky Pirates. So you can spend a night in jail, and he's in jail as well because he performed at a restaurant and his only stipulation was, I want you to pay me in food. So they gave him like a bunch of free food, and he drank a $500,000 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So they arrested him for that.
Yeah, naturally, of course.
So the mayor of the town comes by and she's like, she gets the three of you out of jail, and she's like, well, yeah, they were working for me. That's why they were investigating this crime scene with the Sky Pirates. They were supposed to be there. I told them to be there.
Sure.
And they're like, are we forgetting anything? And the guy's like, I'm here too. And they just go, well, he's not involved with us, so you can just leave him. It's fine.
Great, that rocks. I love that. Okay. Cool.
So great. I'm enjoying that.
Good bit, very good bit.
And then the only other game I played it yesterday is Twisted Tower.
Okay. Which
is a BioShock like.
Oh,
I'm playing a lot of likes lately.
Yeah, a lot of homages.
It is good, just like Duskfade. It feels like Eurojank. I'm not sure if it's Eurojank, but it feels like Eurojank.
What's it called?
Odds are good.
Twisted Tower. It feels like if BioShock had come out on late PS2 instead of PS3, Xbox 360 era.
Okay.
Because it's like it's got boomer shooter DNA in it, but it looks like a BioShock.
Oh, this is a 3D
Survey
Realms
says
game.
South Carolina.
Yeah, this is
really
3D Realms game. Yeah,
huh.
That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was like, well, 3D Realms might publish for Eurojank, but the developer Atmos Games is from South Carolina.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's fun.
But it's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot. Again, it's the jank that doesn't hinder, but it just gives it some flair.
Or it gives it some character. It gives it a little personality. Yeah.
Have you ever played a game or read a story or anything like that where it's like the twist is so obvious that it would be a twist to not do the twist?
Yes, absolutely.
So like the premise of the game is you're playing this guy, it's the 40s, you're playing this guy who just proposed to his fiance, and the next day he wakes up and she has been kidnapped by this actor performer who had one big successful movie and then built a theme park around that specific movie.
Sure.
And now it's gone crazy and everyone inside of it is a lunatic.
Of course, yeah. That's the kind of shit that happens in Gotham City, by the way.
God, they need to remake Hellblade really bad.
Yeah.
And he's like dangling your fiance in a cage, and he knows a lot about your history. The main character is taking care. You get notes that reveal that he's taking care of his sister who is has mental conditions, which in the 40s means you either go to the asylum or they kill you.
Right.
So he's volunteering to take care of her and her son, and then during one particularly bad episode, he meets this girl who moves into the apartment next to him, and she coincidentally has a brother who also has mental conditions, so she can relate to him. And then they propose, and they're about to get married, and then she gets kidnapped.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay, so she's in on it, right. And this is a staged thing. She faked a kidnapping to lure him to this place because of something he did in the past, probably. Mm-hmm. There's
your standard kind of Silent Hill thing.
Yeah, Silent Hill or a BioShock Would You Kindly thing. Like this is
absolutely.
You are
or Umineko.
Yeah.
You are setting up a hostage situation to trick this person to going to a place so you can kill him. Right?
Right.
If that's not what happens, that would be the twist.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah.
Like, if it turns out that she has just actually been kidnapped...
Just not involved at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna be surprised.
Right.
Because, like, the way that she's, like, he literally, like, drops her in a cage, and then you get closer, and he pulls the cage up into the ceiling, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, if she's not in on this, then... You're setting up a lot here.
That would be shocking. Yeah.
But it's fun. It's got kind of like a edgy BioShock humor. It feels very. Did you ever play Carnival in the arcades?
No.
It's a light gun game. It's all about it's like a horror light gun game with like a circus theme. Mm-mm. So you're shooting clowns and whatnot.
Sure. Yeah.
Reminds me of that a lot. Because you're going through it's like a theme park. You're going through that, but it's all mascot characters attacking you. You get a bell ringing mallet as your melee weapon. Your machine gun. You get your minigun shoots gumballs. Mm-hmm. So it's got that kind of sense of humor going on for it. So I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Yeah.
No, I haven't found any plasmid equivalents, and I don't think there are any, which would be kind of.
That's kind of strange for a BioShock
Yeah, it's so clearly heavily based on BioShock. I'm surprised there's no secondary weaponry like that.
Yeah.
And then one final thing I did.
Okay.
Because I didn't get to talk about this last time.
Okay.
I saw A Brand New Day.
Oh yeah, get it out of your system.
Fuck, that's a good Spider-Man movie.
Good Spider-Man movie.
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, man. You could have been making Spider-Man movies like this the whole time.
The story is that Tom Holland wasn't exactly one Christopher Nolan movie. It was like, we gotta be making good movies. What are we doing making good movies? Why are we making good movies instead of bad movies? What the hell? Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
It's gotta be... Actually, you know what, Ben? Does it come up in the news, the recent thing with the reveal for who's playing Harvey Dent in Batman?
I didn't put that on the news yet because
okay,
it wasn't. Well, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
There's an interview with an actor who was not supposed to say that he's playing Harvey Dent, where he says that he's playing Harvey Dent, and it also says so while going I don't fucking know, man. They don't actually even let us read all the script at the same time. Yeah. It's gotta be such a rough fucking deal doing Hollywood hero movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is an anti-actor environment.
And it's apparently one of the funniest things was that when they because Tom Holland, he's in the Odyssey. He's in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. He literally, after he was done with that, because that movie's been in production for a hot minute. Mm-hmm. He got back and he came back to Brand New Day and was like, we gotta do things differently, man. Yeah. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, where he's
to be in a single Christopher Nolan movie and be like, we need to make these movies good. Have you thought about that?
Tom Holland showing up on Brand New Day, and if I recall, it's being like, hey, so what if we had the script done by the time we started fucking shooting?
Yeah, exactly.
What if I knew what I was going to be doing when I came in on a given shooting day instead of having to guess?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is he would have had backup from Zendaya and Jon Bernthal because they're also in the Odyssey.
That's right. Christopher Nolan just wants to steal everybody's Marvel babies and put them in his big Greek story. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, maybe that'll track and we'll get Elliot Page in in a Marvel movie.
That would be cool. I'd fuck with that.
Wasn't he in
one
of the X-Men movies? Am I crazy?
No, you're thinking of Umbrella Academy.
Oh, I am thinking of Umbrella Academy.
You're thinking of Umbrella Academy.
But no, Brand New Day kicked ass. Man, that was so good.
I'm glad. I'm glad for you.
The thing is that, like, if this had been how it was in the comics, all that One More Day shit would have been resolved like 15 years ago. Because the thing is, if you're gonna do a thing,
albatross around Ben's neck.
If you're gonna do a thing, okay. So here's the cool thing that like the whole thing is, if you didn't see No Way Home, the movie ends with Peter's identity gets exposed. It causes a bunch of problems. A lot of things happen. Blah blah blah. He ends up having to remove the idea of Peter Parker from everyone's memories on the planet in order to resolve the issue. Right. So Peter Parker has no identity. Like, he never existed, basically. Right. So the movie is like 5 years later, and it's him like just kind of being a hermit by himself, but he remembers everything that happened.
Right.
Turns out, if you're going to do a story where like a character gets forcibly removed from existence, or like some major event gets removed, you can do drama if someone remembers that.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy cheap heat.
Yeah.
That seems obvious.
Might I recommend a little visual novel by the name of Steins Gate?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give props to Archie Comics of all things.
Sure.
Versus Marvel, but like during the Sonic, because Sega fucked up and didn't actually get a lot of good copyrights for the characters Ken Penders had created, he was basically able to just completely get away with suing them for those character rights. Mm-hmm. And remove like a good like 30% of Archie Comics character rosters.
Yeah.
So they created an event called the Genesis Wave, where like they rewrote reality that those characters never existed. Mm-hmm. But everyone remembers that there should be a person in those memories.
Right.
So like you get characters where Sonic is like, I can't remember my children.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's interesting. That therein is where the story lies. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what Brand New Day is. Peter Parker remembers like dating MJ and being friends with Ned and like all these events, and he has no one to talk to about it. Mm-hmm. Like, they're just off living their lives like normal, and it's fine.
Right.
Ben, did you ever play Steins Gate?
No, I don't. I have not actually done like a real visual novel unless you count Phoenix Wright.
I think you would like Steins Gate. Mm-hmm. This is the Saturn recommendation.
I'll look into
Saturn
that.
Recommendation.
Yeah, it's always on sale for 90% off too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a fucking. Especially because I think they're putting out like the HD remake of it imminently, and so I feel like that original version is going to continue to be perpetually dirt cheap.
Okay,
I'll look into that. But no, movie is fucking great.
Yeah,
they actually really utilize the Punisher and the Hulk in interesting ways that make them feel like they live in that world and aren't just like, well, Mark Ruffalo needs to be in these movies or else his contract expires.
Right, yeah.
Punisher, I was not enjoying the idea of Peter and of Spider-Man and Punisher being friends in this movie.
Sure.
But they make it work in this movie, and it's really great.
Yeah.
Because their whole thing is that they're constantly talking about this event on Staten Island that they went through that like is the reason they're friends, which is something that didn't happen in any of the shows or previous movies.
Right.
So like, if you didn't watch any of the movies, or if you did watch all of them, you're just as confused as the person who didn't watch the movies.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Like, they can finally get that connection of like, oh yeah, you also have no idea what's going on.
Right, yeah.
I do appreciate the idea of having like, one of the things you can only do in like the comics of having your very like scattered multiversal canon or whatever, of just going like, yeah, that thing that happened. It's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, don't worry, it's fine. Yeah. Look,
it happened. Don't worry.
I don't need to do the work of explaining to you why Spider-Man and the Punisher are friends in this universe.
Right.
But I say it happened, and you go, well, yeah, I guess I can conceive of that.
Yeah. There's a scene where they finally explain what happened, but they're talking over each other to MJ, so you can't actually hear what either of them are talking about.
Yeah, it's good.
But they figured out the formula, which is in like Daredevil or the Punisher shows, the Punisher should be the most terrifying, most badass, like cool guy ever who is going to mourn his family and kill everyone who gets in his way. Mm-hmm. When he faces up anyone who has a power, he becomes Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a bit where the Hulk is rampaging through the building, and like Peter wants to go, like they want to go after spoilers for the movie, unless you've seen like any promotional material at all. The villain of the movie is Jean Grey. Which rules.
Yeah. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And like, so they're like, okay, like, Frank is like, okay, I'm gonna go after the girl, you handle the Hulk, and Peter's like, this is just so you don't have to fight the Hulk, right?
Yeah, dude, I don't want to fight. I'm just some asshole with some guns. Like, what are you talking about? No, I don't want to fight the Hulk.
He shows up to save Peter, and he just opens fire with 2 AK-47s point blank at the Hulk, and the Hulk is just standing there.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. No.
Not even.
Yeah, like Spider-Man has cool spider powers. The Punisher is like a normal New York cop, but with better PR.
Yeah, that's it.
He's just a guy who has guns.
Like, he's not gonna have a fucking Hulk buster gun. He's not Tony Stark. Like,
he's the anti-Batman insofar as he does use guns, and also he's super lame.
Yeah, exactly. And like he's not gonna have any like means to deal with the Hulk.
Yeah.
You know?
But in the FGO spin-off of this, he is like the 1-star servant who is canonically going with you for this like plot arc.
Yeah, for
absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
He heroically sacrifices himself in fucking Olympus or Atlantis.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he fucking runs. He's like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm out of here.
I bet he does. Yeah, no shit.
There's a great scene where they're talking about how like because like, you know, Peter's been living on his own for 5 years now. Like, he doesn't have any friends. He didn't get to go to college, anything like that.
Sure.
He's talking to like Frank. He's talking to the Punisher about it, and they're like, he's like, you know, it's like, you know, Punisher's like, yeah, you want to live like this? You just want to like not talk to anyone your whole life? And Peter's like, yeah, I mean, that's what you do. And like pan out to Frank living in like this abandoned ship in a dock somewhere, eating cold beans out of a can.
I was like, no, dude, this shit sucks.
Yeah. He's like, if I had a chance to actually make friends, I would do it. Do you think I do this for fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's great. Like, so
totally.
they actually, I'm gonna just spoil it because I know you two are probably not gonna go.
Oh, I am never gonna see Brand New Day. I'm sorry, dude. No,
that's fine. But like, they hold back. They they
don't fix it. They don't fix it at the end.
Yeah, MJ and Ned learn that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. MJ learns that she had her memory erased of Peter Parker.
Right.
That they used to date. Then he had to sacrifice all of the memories of everyone so that the world would be saved.
Sure.
They don't get back together.
Okay,
but
the restraint. I respect
it. The chance is still there, and it's obviously going to happen. You know, because that's Tom Holland's wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like it's going to happen eventually, but they hold back in this movie. They don't fix it.
I respect it absolutely.
Yeah. I was like, good job, Marvel. You showed some restraint.
A little bit of restraint, absolutely goes a long way.
You handled this in a very mature and logical way that I respect.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever is actually doing the storytelling has to have literally just enough faith in their audience to go, look, if you care that much, Archive of Our Own is right there. Go nuts.
And because of the people, like because of the fan base I follow and whatnot, I've seen tons of posts that are like, okay, here's my fanfic where MJ cheats on her boyfriend with Peter.
Yeah, of course.
Because she is dating someone, and the actor had to confirm that no, his character's name is not Paul. Even he's like, ew, I wouldn't take this role if I were Paul.
That's so funny. That rocks.
But but the fandom is like, no, you're Paul. You have to be Paul.
You're assigned Paul at casting.
We're writing all the fanfics where MJ cheats on Paul.
Yeah, it's fine. It's literally fine.
Cheating is okay when it's the characters I like.
Yeah, when it's the character and it involves a character you don't like. That's fine. Mm-hmm. That's fine in fanfiction.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Ethical NTR.
Well, we found the episode of the
I said I know we all
name.
I know we already had an episode name earlier, but I think that one is probably better.
Yeah, that one's better.
And also, it will pair funnier with the episode icon, which should definitely just be that screenshot of Baylor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. With the floating baby, and we call it. Yeah, true. That's such a good. Yeah, all right. Well, we found it. Good job, everyone. Good job, team.
Okay, 2 hours in.
Oh God, we have to go quick because I did kind of promise Oates I would pick her up from work.
Okay.
So we have like 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's some that we don't have to go over in a lot of detail.
Cool.
Saber Interactive denies replacing lead writer with ChatGPT. CEO responds to accusations.
So this is an interesting one because, according to the actual writer who got fired, the CEO did contact her and apologize.
Yes.
He was saying, like, I acted like a tremendous asshole and I apologize. Granted, I still am not interested in ever buying another Saber Interactive or ever buying a Saber Interactive game. Not like I ever would. I don't really care about Warhammer. Like, that's what they make predominantly, or like Warhammer things.
It's like that and share and like fucking trash. Like it's shovelware mostly, and then also Space Marine.
Yeah.
So good on you for apologizing, but also what a great way to just sabotage any faith in your product for the general audience.
Yeah,
the damage is done.
The damage is done. Yeah, absolutely. Because you basically confirmed that you used AI, right?
And also, like, yeah, he apologized to Stella, but it's also like they still are using AI, and she was still definitely sacked, basically just so that they could use AI instead of paying human talent, inclusive of the voice actors for characters as well.
Yeah.
So like fuck them.
This is one of those rare instances where the dev actually seems like enthusiastic about using Gen AI and not just pretending that it was a placeholder asset they forgot to take out, and they're only saying that because someone caught us doing it. But no, we swear it was a placeholder asset. We just forgot.
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, I don't know if that's better or worse. I think it's just kind of equally bad.
Yeah.
I think pretending that it was all just like an accident is a bit more pathetic.
Yeah,
I guess if you're just gonna go whole hog and be like, yeah, we're using AI, I guess at least you're wearing it on your chest.
Yeah, that's my thinking. Is that like I tend to prefer when people are just like, yeah, I enthusiastically believe this shitty thing.
Yeah,
and it's like the same thing with like people who are like bigoted in this way or the other, like with JKR being like, no, you don't understand, I am transphobic.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it's like, well, thanks for making it really easy for me.
Yeah, I appreciate, at the very least, I appreciate that. Like,
I'm glad I don't have to deal with any fucking weirdos like hand-wringing about whether you really mean it or not, because you just said right here that you really mean it.
Yeah,
thanks.
It's very easy.
Everyone loves using AI. That's why we had to apologize for putting it in our game.
Yeah.
Next, this is a PSA to all of you out here who maybe stream on Twitch. Twitch is now using your content to train Amazon AI models and has hidden the option to opt out. Quote from the chief's product officer, if it was opt-in, nobody would opt in.
I wonder why.
Well, I have luckily already opted out. And did so before doing any additional streams on their platform. So Amazon.com can suck my nerds.
Yeah, I turned that off. I turned that off too. So we are all set there. Interesting. So if no one wants it, why did you do it?
Yeah, that's what everybody in the chat on that stream was saying too.
Because it's not about. Because Twitch is a free product, and as everybody knows, if you're not buying something, you are the product, right? Like all of that data, all that shit they're scraping from people who don't opt out, people who don't know to opt out, who don't know that's an option. They can just turn around and sell all of that scraped information, or they can build their own AI model, right? Like it doesn't matter that nobody wants it because some investment psycho does, right? So what we want is totally irrelevant in this conversation, right? So
and here's the thing, it's also, and this is like my like, look, this is Amazon, they're going to be doing AI shit until it is no longer feasible for that to happen. it's also just like really bad business sense from making a service that is, built off the back of creative whatever, where it's like there's a path to doing this that works, and it's if you leave this enabled, we give you a slightly higher percentage cut for ad revenue.
Yeah.
And that would literally there are so many people for whom that would just make it go like, well, yeah, I leave it enabled, whether they like it or not, because it would increase their income by 1 or 2%.
Gotta get paid.
Yeah, like if you're like a top 1% streamer, that could make a material difference for you.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all it would have taken for this to have been like an unfortunate thing they did instead of a complete PR disaster from their entire fucking user base.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just say that no one would use it. Like, are you...
Because it's too obvious that it's the squeeze, right?
Yeah.
Because you're being very clear, no, we did not add this feature to do anything for you. This is for us to make more money off of you.
Right.
Like, what you want doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're fucked too.
Yeah. Continues. Felix Biederman, people. Everybody, Felix Biederman and you're fucked too is eternally applicable.
Fighting in the Age of Loneliness is one of the just all-time greats bang for buck of internet documentary.
You can get for free that will absolutely rewrite your brain forever and make you understand shit. And the moment he tells you you're fucked too, you realize how much it just applies to everything. And once you accept it, you can make peace with it. You know, this sucks, but you're fucked too, right? Everybody's fucked.
Yeah.
So,
who's the I forget what his fucking name was. The guy from Princess Bride who's never bet against the Sicilian when there's death on the line.
Wallace Shawn, baby.
Wallace Shawn. I think a lot about him. It makes me think a lot about him, and that I think it was Wallace Shawn, where he would doing an interview or wrote a bio or something like that, where he mentions the time he read the Communist Manifesto, and there was a period of 3 weeks in his life where he literally couldn't look at a single thing without thinking about the labor value or the,
absolutely.
the train of costs that went to making it. And I feel like fighting in the Age of Loneliness has an equivalent psychological
absolutely
effect.
It genuinely does, where you're just able to as soon as you're done with fighting the Age of Loneliness, you're able to just kind of look around and see, because fighting the Age of Loneliness is ultimately about enshittification as a concept, right?
Yes.
It's about MMA, but it's about enshittification.
You can't see weird dudes with giant ads for condoms on their ass beating the tar out of each other anymore.
Right. And you realize once you see it for MMA, and once you realize this is a thing that this will come for everything you love is the line, right? As soon as you see it, it's everywhere. You're just instantly oh yeah, no, he ain't lying,
right?
We really do be fucked too, you know what I mean? So
you can do fighting in the Age of Loneliness too about the MasterCard shit with adult content creators that's been happening a ton in the last thing of them just basically extrajudicially deciding what people are allowed to buy and sell. Because why wouldn't they? We have allowed them to control that process entirely.
Absolutely. It's literally, it's everywhere. You can't unsee it. And this bring it back around to what we're talking about. This is what's happening with Twitch too. This is a you're fucked too moment, right? 100%. Also very funny, Saturn, just to bring it around to other things we've talked about in the past. It's so funny that the whole reason that Wallace Shawn is the Grand Nagus in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, aka the most capitalist man in space, is because the joke is, of course, it's political leanings. It's just funny because
that's so funny.
I was waiting to bring that up. Yeah. To bring up the Grand Nagus Zek reading the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, that's the reason he got cast was because they were no, this will be funny. And because Wallace Shawn
and they're right.
They were so right. And Wallace Shawn also has a very iconic voice and he's a great actor.
Yeah,
naturally. But also there's a layer to it where Wallace Shawn is such an outspoken believer in the Communist Manifesto. To cast him as the turbo capitalist of all time in Star Trek is a genius. It's so good.
He's still kicking, and I gotta say, looking at him recently, I feel like I have envisioned a movie in my brain that I need to see right now, which is, I'll post a picture of him here. I need to see a movie where him and Danny DeVito are like the Monarch and Dr. Venture.
Can we?
I need them to be rivals.
Yeah. Can we get Jason Alexander in there too?
I think we could.
I think we could. Wallace Shawn is only a year older than Danny DeVito, by the way. He's 82. Danny DeVito is 81. So.
Jason Alexander is only 66, meaning that he could be their one of their sons or something.
Yeah. Such a good idea.
I think that would be the kind of comedy movie we haven't seen since the 80s.
Yeah.
And it needs to exist.
I agree.
It needs to happen pretty quick, too. Those two guys are like about 80, so like...
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, Wallace Shawn has looked like that for 40 years.
Yeah, no, he looked like this in The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Like, almost identical, yeah. Except his hair wasn't white.
His hair had more color and his skin was a little nicer, but not that much nicer considering how long ago that movie was made.
I told you, it's all that leaded gasoline in the air when he was born, you know?
Always reminds me of the scene in Back to the Future Part 2, where Doc Brown takes off the fake mask that he was wearing of his own face. He talks about like getting age reduction surgery in 2015 in the future because he didn't want to wear the old man makeup anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone in the 80s up until the 2000s went, he was wearing old man makeup? I thought for the longest time the joke was he got de-aged and looks the same.
So no,
I thought that was the joke.
That's just what everybody looked like back then, man.
Yeah.
There's something in the water, or there wasn't anything in the water, and maybe that's the problem. Okay. What
next,
else?
rare Nintendo cartridge games discovered in Wisconsin. They just found a pallet of pristine condition copies of Mario Brothers Duck Hunt for the NES. 97 of these just like perfectly sealed.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's just fun. That's just like stumbling onto like buried treasure, right?
Oh yeah, it's neat when this kind of thing happens.
Yeah,
like you find a pallet in the corner of a warehouse. It's all sealed up, and it's like, oh shit,
these have just been here sitting here the whole time.
Yeah,
just ignored. Nobody knew they were there. They somehow got lost along the way, and like. I mean, you know, that can sell for money. That's literally, you found buried treasure, basically. That's like the kind of thing you dream of.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't really get, what's it called? Where you, like, gauge the quality of, like, whatever you've collected.
Like, speculative stuff?
Yeah, speculative. Like, that kind of collection thing. Because it's, like, fucking whatever, man. Like,
I want to own it because it's fun, not because I might be able to sell it for a profit a few years down the line.
Like, especially when it's something like this, which has like a purpose, like to be played, or like a movie that to be watched, or a book, or anything like that. Where it's like, well, what are you really preserving with this?
Right.
You know. But this is cool because, like, you know, you find them and they just happen to be like completely pristine. Then it's like, okay, well, that's neat. You know, You're also means there's now 97 more of these floating around that speculative market, which means the value of all the other ones went down.
The value of them, exactly.
Sorry, you sick fucks who put these things in weird graded jewel cases. The price of your game has just gone down.
Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, absolutely. We need a rule, but I would give anything for a Rule of Rose re-release.
I was going to say, you show me someone listing Rule of Rose on eBay for a 4-digit number, which is what it goes for now, and I show you someone's house I would break into if I knew where it was.
So Jason Ganos is the one who found these sitting in storage. There's a quote from the article. Quote, I fly down to California with 97 cards in my carry-on luggage, sweating bullets going through TSA. Like, why do you have 97 little circuit boards in your carry-on? Not in that instance, you are not thinking, oh God, please don't like detain me. You're thinking, oh God, please don't confiscate this.
No, absolutely.
I would rather go to jail than you take these from me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say I do understand completely, though, them being in the carry-on, because I'm also thinking, like, if I was transporting nearly 100 copies of a video game that came out before I was born, that I wanted to make sure made it to where I was going in one piece, I would also just put everything I had in my carry-on in the checked luggage, maybe pay extra $35 for a checked luggage if I have to, and just put that suitcase full of NES cartridges in the overhead.
Yeah, that's not leaving the overhead. Fuck no, that's not leaving my sight. I'm holding on to that thing the entire flight.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's full of gold bars, which I guess it kind of is.
Yeah.
We hit turbulence and you just hear me start crying in my seat, and it's not because I'm afraid of the plane crashing, it's because I'm afraid of the turbulence jostling the cartridges in such a way that they break.
And they turn into dust because they're ancient and they've been sitting untouched in a warehouse somewhere for 40 years, right? My fear is just like, oh God, if I shake these too much, they're going to turn to dust inside their boxes, right?
You just open your carry-on and it's just like gray plastic slag in there, and you have no idea how it happened.
It's like the Beast Wars figure.
Yeah, this is Randy. Randy sucks. Yeah.
They just crumble. Oh, imagine if they were like the fucking gold Legend of Zelda carts, and they just dissolve.
Just absolutely turn to dust in your hand.
Yeah,
it's like a fucking Twilight Zone story. There's time enough at last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Article says 5 of them received a perfect score from the authentication process.
I mean, that shit's all kind of a scam, but that's so cool, you know.
Reminds me. There's an old AVGN video where they talked about the Nintendo. What was it like the? There was like an event where like you run the NES where you could play like get the highest score in like a couple demo versions of NES games. And they had like the winner got like gold printed cartridges of those like demo games, right? And there's only like 17 in existence, so obviously they're a massive collection issue, right? There were silver carts that are mass produced so that you can still obtain them, but like the actual gold cart was a pretty hot commodity. So there's an episode of the AVGN where like he has a cameo from like a game collector and their quest to find a gold copy of it. And in the process of the video, in their argument, the AVGN ends up destroying the gold copy of the cartridge. And at the end of the video, after the credits, they have to show that the real game is actually still intact, and they destroyed a prop they made.
Yeah, absolutely. Because otherwise there'd be riots.
Yeah.
Totally.
Now, based red letter media would have simply put the cartridge into a paper shredder.
Yeah, they destroy all those Nuki VHS.
Dude, I don't know. Those guys also love money. They do have a Patreon, so you know.
Yeah, that Patreon's worth more than that gold copy of Thing is in the long enough scheme of time.
True. That's true. But
put it to a Patreon vote. Hey, do we put this extremely valuable collector's item into the paper shredder?
I would have put up, and only if you pay $1,000 or more a month, you get to have a vote. Yeah.
They should do that.
They should do it. I think that would be funny. Yeah, I would sell my votes. And anyways,
next, the Elder Scrolls 6 demo to Xbox leadership included a giant inflatable rat placed outside Bethesda office in protest at Microsoft's mass layoffs.
Good.
Based,
cool. We love it.
Asha Sharma comes to visit to play a game that she lied about playing, and they put up a giant inflatable rat for her visit.
That's right. We love that.
She absolutely lied about playing a build of Elder Scrolls 6. There's no way that game is even remotely in any state to be playable.
That game is still vapor as far as I'm concerned. Unless they have gone all in and building it in UE5, which I think would be a catastrophic nightmare, right?
You know what I bet it is? I bet they're like, our dear CEO, Asha Sharma, don't worry, we have this build of Elder Scrolls 6 for you right here. And it's literally just, they have Skyrim running in the same Unreal shell they did for Oblivion.
Yeah.
Like, look, it's our brand new video game.
Yeah, I could see just to keep Asha Sharma from shutting down Bethesda, I could see they maybe built like a vertical slice in UE5.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no way they're fucking developing that game in UE5, though. They'd be insane.
That'd be insane.
They talked about, like, really recently, like, yeah, we haven't started production on this game. Like
I said before a couple weeks ago, that Elder Scrolls 6 trailer was just a way to trick Microsoft into buying them, which I respect. By the way, I actually do respect the shit out of Todd and company and all of the big guys over at ZeniMax, just like lying to get bought for a couple bill, right? Like,
it's crazy how between Todd Howard and Bobby Kotick, to say nothing of anyone else, that Phil Spencer's legacy as the head of Xbox was being tricked over and over again into spending more money than a company is worth to acquire them.
And I gotta tell you, getting tricked by Bobby Kotick and Todd Howard is losing at chess to a dog.
Yes.
Right? Like, the two dumbest guys in the industry outsmarted you. That's devastating, man. You don't live that one down forever. I mean, maybe Phil Spencer doesn't care because he probably walked away with a giant payout.
100%.
Yeah.
But, man, you got tricked by Todd Howard and Bobby Kotick. Like, the most brain dead. I like Todd. I would not call Todd Howard a smart man.
Phil Spencer is definitely the kind of guy whose cat meows at him and goes, "Oh, I guess I forgot to feed her."
Yeah, absolutely. No brains. But granted, I bet Phil Spencer probably just pays somebody to feed his cat.
Realistically.
So, you know.
I really appreciate Bethesda not, like, just rolling with this.
And I gotta tell you, I do respect make work. We've had this conversation a lot on this podcast. I am a huge supporter of make work, right? I think if you can get a fake email job that pays your bills, you should. If you can find a way to trick somebody with way more money than you will ever have in your entire life to pay your bills, and you don't have to do anything for them, you should do that. That is a moral good as far as I'm concerned, right?
I'm like halfway there now. I just have to get.
I respect you for it, Saturn.
I just have to get enough hours for it to actually pay my bills.
Yes, you are halfway to a make work job, and we love make work jobs.
If the strategy in all these cancellations is your boss saying, "Hey, my boss is saying this game is canceled, but I'm gonna pretend you're still working on it," then you take that job.
You take that job. Absolutely. I respect that. And then eventually when you do get let go, that fucking sucks. Absolutely. But you're walking away with a severance package. Almost certainly. All of these people who got fired from Epic. I mean, the main mistake, all the layoffs suck in the industry, right?
Yes.
But a lot of especially those Epic guys, they walked away. I know a guy who got caught in them. Their severance packages were very generous. Right? So if you can get a make work job that ends in a very generous severance package, good for you.
Yeah.
Right? So I do respect, at the end of the day, I respect Bethesda for tricking Microsoft. That's funny. It's just funny.
It's the only morally positive thing that Todd Howard ever did.
It is functionally identical to the plot of Devil Goes Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what that is.
Todd Howard just staring down Phil Spencer like, "I'll bet you a fiddle of gold."
Yeah. Todd Howard said, "I tell you what, you son of a bitch, I'm the best that ever did." Oh, God.
Okay. This one's for me.
Oh, I know what this is.
D23 deep dive into Kingdom Hearts panel. Everything announced.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. They fucking tricked us a day early.
You got tricked.
They were like
super. But then also you didn't because
we got to see the real one.
The extended one at the thing,
but
which is nice.
They showed like a minute and a half trailer like the day before their big D23 announcement, like showcase, where they also revealed that they're doing a Kingdom Hearts anime?
Yeah, which is
crazy.
Mixed feelings about that because they couldn't even do that. That World Ends With You, the World Ends With You anime apparently was not very good. So I'm a little like pulling on my collar,
They made a World Ends With You anime?
They did,
yeah. The difference being, Sarah, this one will have Disney money.
Well, will it? We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That seems like the kind of thing that Disney's like, Square Enix, you can handle this half of the equation, and we'll put it on Disney Plus when you're done.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. For some reason, now that they know that Kingdom Hearts can be profitable, because it's announced they sold like 500 million copies total of the series.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Disney's like, wait a minute, this thing makes money? Oh, we like it now.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see.
It is based on just the image of the character we saw. It looks like it's going to be based off of characters from Dark Road. So they're not doing an adaptation of the games. They're doing like a side story, which makes sense.
That makes sense. Yes.
Like that's
I don't I know not to be like, oh, Kingdom Hearts convoluted. I don't think you're making an anime adaptation of like even Kingdom Hearts 1 without having to make some judicious cuts.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
You really want to make.
There's no way because of the sheer amount of characters in every story that you'd have to get back. Like the reason the mobile games could be as big as they were is because they didn't have to do any voice acting.
Right.
So this anime will probably be about a bunch of original characters and maybe some Disney elements every so often.
I can see them pulling from that canceled phone game.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. This could be like a lot of missing link stuff.
My old fact check, by the way, since it just came up while I was looking for details on this anime.
Sure.
Not 500 million. That number seemed a little high. It does seem that the correct number is 39 million units worldwide for the entire series.
Still pretty
Which,
good.
like, you know, it's much more like grounded, but that's still like a great amount of sales for a series.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like across 20 years, like you can't complain. It's nearly 40 million units.
Yeah. So they showed off a 4-minute trailer. Showed off a lot of Coco, the new world there. I've never seen Coco, so I don't know anything about
it. Apparently that movie's good. By all accounts, that movie's quite good. So yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched a Disney movie in a decade at this point.
We saw Paper Mikio.
Yes.
He's doing a bunch of origami stuff, diving into books. He's just in Charlian.
It just looks like
Charlian.
I'm just like, if they actually sneak a Final Fantasy 14 crossover into all this shit, I will cackle. I hope they do it. I really do. I think it'd be really funny.
I think the super boss should be Xenos. I think Sephiroth's time is at an end.
Funny.
I think it should be Xenos.
I think that would be the best. They need to. That's such a good way to follow, because they've done Sephiroth like 3 or 4 times now. So we need a new big guy with a big sword to fight. It has to be
and you replace his missing arm with like some like weird heartless armor.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean his Reaper is just heartless stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, you give Xenos a Keyblade.
Please.
No, you have Gilgamesh show up and he has a bunch of fake Keyblades.
Well, Gilgamesh will be busy coming back to FF14 after being in FF7. They won't be able to get him.
He'll be
busy being in the.
However,
in the FF7 crossover event. Yeah.
Xenos is. Though I will say, even though I'm like, Xenos is a weapon master, because this is true. He's always flipping around between his various weapons every time you fucking square off with him. I will say, I was watching a video about Gilgamesh recently, and they do point out that one of the design touchstones for Gilgamesh after the classic era is that whatever game he shows up in, one of the weapons he uses at least will be something that is principally from that game setting.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So like when he shows up in like the FF13 DLCs, he's using like lots of like sci-fi FF13 shit as his usual weapons.
That's
and like
fun.
when you like he gains new weapons in the series as you fight him based on the games he's shown up in, which is very fun.
Yeah,
but it should be
Xenos though. They also
I want him to hang out with Mickey.
I know.
Really funny, please. Granted, though, the way those cutscenes, I mean, I've played a Kingdom Hearts or 2, literally.
Yeah, it's...
the way those cutscenes play out is that, like, your super boss walks up and is like, I want to fight you, Sora, and then you do,
you fight,
and then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there will not be a lot of Xenos in the plot, which is fine, but I still just want them to put him in a Kingdom Hearts game, because he doesn't belong there. Thus, they should do it. You know what I mean?
They... also showed off playable Mickey or Donald and Goofy, which looks like a lot of fun.
It's so funny. I love it. It is so funny to come up with that system in Final Fantasy VII Remake where you can swap between playable characters on the fly and just be like, well, we're using every part of this bird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say, some part of me is kind of wondering, like, was the definite development reboot that happened them just going, no, stop whatever we're doing here. It will be easier for us to cannibalize the FF7 remake, like,
once it's done.
Basic.
Yeah.
Well, because you have that's also an action system that has, like, you know, floaty, like you can do aerial juggles and shit like that.
Yeah.
Might just literally be easier for them, like, Wait, no, we can just have like the same, like some of the same people co-working and like reuse bits of the engine to just do Kingdom Hearts shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna play this game and be like, this kind of feels like Cloud.
Yeah, absolutely.
His hair is skewed a little more Cloud ways.
Yeah, someone pointed out that like Sora's hair, like Sora's new design in 4 is about a little bit more realistic. He doesn't have the spiky anymore hair. His hair looks like it used to when he was like a really young child.
Yeah.
Before Roxas and Ventus and Xion went into his heart.
So basically, his hair being spiky is where all of the people were stored.
Yes, they were giving him the energy to have spiky anime boy hair.
Yeah,
now that he's a normal boy again, he doesn't have that.
Yeah, he's just got regular boy hair. I buy that. Yeah.
They showed up. They briefly mentioned something called a Dandelion Dispatch, which is apparently from what we can just surmise, it's the idea of like Keyblade wielders who can actually fight against Heartless that are now invading Shibuya.
Right.
Because no one else can do it in the real world.
Right, yeah, definitely.
People are theorizing this will be some kind of multiplayer thing.
That would be cool. I think it'd be really... that actually could probably trick me into playing Kingdom Hearts 4, a game that I have no context for, but I could still be persuaded into playing it if I could play with my friends.
Yeah.
Play Kingdom Hearts with you, sweetie.
Exactly.
Or if not, at least like a mercenary mode, like mission structure thing would be kind of cool.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
You know, you go, here's an arena, you fight a bunch of Heartless in it, you move on to the next one, that kind of thing.
I have an alternate suggestion for Secret Boss for next Kingdom Hearts game.
Yes.
Thinking about it. Because this is a Square Enix game that is nominally taking place, at least in part, in Shibuya. Secret Final Boss, Dragon Guard ending E.
Oh shit. Oh. Yeah. Let Yoko Taro get involved in Kingdom Hearts, please.
Oh, for
and
sure.
Then even though it's not the same, even though it is not even nearly the same game, then you just put Sora in like a little like 9S type outfit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Very cool that they straight up call it Shibuya.
Yeah.
Like
because it's the real world.
Yeah, the implication, like the original implication, like in the original secret ending and whatnot, and in Melody Memories, is that, like, it just looks like Tokyo, but it's not like actually real world Tokyo.
Right.
But now it's like, oh no, it is. It is. Yeah, Sora just went to the real world.
They did that. They did the development reboot, and they were just like, well, we can tighten this up and make it a little bit more fun. Yeah.
It could also be that the twist is that Kingdom Hearts 4 does not take place in the real world. It, in fact, takes place inside of the world.
I was going to say,
they were in Dreambound Distance, so, like, it makes sense.
There's a non-zero chance of that being the case.
There's a non-zero chance Neku shows up again, which would be very dope.
That'd be cool.
So there's, like, little, characters say a name, and I go, ooh! And I point at the screen. Like, Sora says Sigurd, and I'm like, I know who that is!
Right.
I did look this up. I'm gonna throw up. I'm so sad. A version of Shibuya also exists in a quote-unquote world of fiction called Quadratum. It appears in Kingdom Hearts 3. Nomura, in Kingdom Hearts 3 Ultimania, has since confirmed that Neku's world and Yazora's world are two different worlds.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Lame.
Well,
however, this is Tetsuya Nomura. He could be lying.
Yeah, he could change his mind at any time.
He's like a dog, that Tetsuya Nomura.
Yeah.
He just sort of does things arbitrarily.
Yeah.
He walked on stage and immediately struck the very quiet, very powerful pose.
Yeah. Nomura.
But all this trailers, I'm just like, and Nomura confirmed very emphatically, it is coming out in 2027. I am not delaying this fucking game anymore.
I would like to go on vacation. We're going to finish off this remake trilogy. We're going to get Kingdom Hearts out, and then I'm going on fucking vacation, man. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's fair. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, good for him. It's going to be, next year is going to be wild for if you play Square Enix games. 2027 is your year. Because that's Evercold, Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts all in the same year.
My top 5 game of the year is already locked in, and it's not even January 1st.
It's gonna be really.
I'm like, oh well, it's gonna be Kingdom Hearts, Persona, Final Fantasy VII, Evercold, and Xenoverse 3.
Yeah, like, that's easy.
Done. Maybe Veronica.
Unless all of those. Oh yeah, Veronica. God damn, next year is stacked.
I know.
Shit. Okay, that's cool. All right.
One more final thing about that before, really quick though, is that Haley Joel Osment and David Gallagher did a bunch of dialogue from Kingdom Hearts 2 like live on stage because it's the first time they ever got to record with each other. Haley Joel Osment read Kairi's letter that she wrote at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
And then obviously it couldn't transition into Kairi's voice acting.
Right.
And then the next day we found out that Hayden Panettiere had passed away.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And so rest in peace to her. And like it's just that makes it very hard to watch now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
So rest in peace to her. David Gallagher did like a whole thing talking about like on his streams, like he doesn't want anyone speculating about what happened to her because obviously she was very troubled, it being a child actor.
Right.
Don't speculate on anything like that. Don't talk about anything like that. He only wants people to remember her for her work and for her personality.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Next, we only have a few more, so we're almost done.
All right, we got you got about, I would say about 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, this will be quick. Next, I'm pretty sure I mean it. Legendary game developer Warren Spector announces retirement.
I'm pretty sure I mean it. Well,
I'm now much like many of the people who have or currently worked for Obsidian, nay Black Isle. I'm sure he could be convinced otherwise.
A big enough check, yeah, I think you could convince Warren Spector to come back.
Peter Parker retires as Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. So
like, you say that, then there's always one more thing you have to do.
If it's on the docket, I'm sure that the Harvey Smith adjacent news could chase him out of retirement one more time.
This was the shot, and that's the chaser. Dishonored's Harvey Smith launches a new studio with former Arcane staff to make immersive Sims.
Yep. I feel like you could probably trick Warren Spector into unretiring if Harvey Smith showed up at his house with a big stack of cash. Hey, do you want to make another game that's kind of like this?
And I'll tell you what, it's really easy. I did not realize, like, I know they both work in like the ImSim kind of space. I didn't realize that this connection existed though. Harvey Smith also worked on Deus Ex.
Yes.
And it's like, Square Enix, if you still own that IP, I'm just saying, I know you've highly disinvested from Western development.
So but just give it to them.
I'm sure they would be thrilled to have an easy slam dunk for a debut studio title of making another Deus Ex game.
Can we finally complete the trilogy?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're never going to get to see the end of the Human Revolution shit, which is just devastating.
To be clear, it would not be Human Revolution trilogy ending. It would be Deus Ex 3.
Right, totally.
And it would take place in like 2300.
Yeah, it'd be after the original Deus Exes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Warren Spector being like, I'm pretty sure I mean it means that like I got 2 or 3 more in me if you give me enough money.
You just gotta convince me, man.
How many films has Hayao Miyazaki directed that he has sworn publicly were his last film?
Yeah, no.
Hugh Jackman retires as Wolverine for sure this time, for real.
I swear, yeah.
Hugh Jackman doesn't like being paid money, and thus will never be playing Wolverine ever again.
The only reason Patrick Stewart is probably actually for real done this time after this fucking Avengers movie is just because he's like 90 years old. He literally just physically can't do it anymore. You know?
Even though his character's whole purpose is sitting in a wheelchair, he's still like, I can't do it, man.
I can't. Those are probably still long shoot days. He's like, no. I'm like,
I don't want to read this fucking script.
I don't
Get
want
me
to
out
do
of
this.
here.
You've killed me like 3 times now. Can it be over?
Can I be done? I got killed.
Unless you're planning to actually get. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I got killed off in that really good Wolverine movie, and then you watched it back.
You made me be in that Doctor Strange movie.
For some
unless you're planning to put Borg technology into my skull so that I can easily memorize these awful, awful lines, I will not be coming back. I will, however, allow you to buy my likeness rights, as that does not require anything of
any effort on my part.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have 50 more episodes of American Dad to record for.
He just does that shit from his iPhone.
Oh, and he probably fucking loves it.
Yeah, no, he adores it. I'm sure he probably does the thing where he's got a nice iPhone, so it has a decent microphone in it. He goes into his fucking closet and he records a bunch of lines and he just sends them to Seth MacFarlane.
He sits in a big, comfy, easy chair. He puts his feet up. He's got his cup of tea with him. Yeah. No one else is in the house. And he just says a bunch of deranged shit for American Dad scripts.
And then he literally just emails them to Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
And then a paycheck shows up in his account a couple days later.
Yeah.
You have no idea how many Bugattis I've bought because of Seth MacFarlane. And I don't even have to leave the house.
I don't even drive.
It's a mutually beneficial relationship because Patrick Stewart gets a bunch of money and Seth MacFarlane gets to say, hey, I got Patrick Stewart to be in my show.
That's literally it, yes.
And then finally, speaking of Patrick Stewart and the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, no.
Marvel boss Kevin Feige teases sagas upon sagas of X-Men movies with young cast ready for 100 more. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I don't know if you remember this, Kevin Feige, but human beings age.
Yeah. No, I think he did forget that because I don't think Kevin. Is his name? Is it really pronounced Feige?
Is it Feige? I don't know. I've only ever seen it.
Feige, because it's Feige.
Yeah, it might be Feige. I don't know. I've only ever seen it spelled. I never actually heard it pronounced.
How to pronounce?
Wikipedia seems to say Figgy something
Figgy?
With a hard the stress syllable it's FY-GHEE.
Wow.
Figgy. Okay, well,
Figgy?
Yeah.
Kevin
wow.
Figgy?
Figgy. That's a terrible. Man, you should change. You should request people pronounce that differently. That's a terrible name.
Might be Feige.
Feige.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyways,
Kevin.
Yeah. So at D23, they announced the core cast for the new X-Men MCU movie. Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Kit Connors as Cyclops, Maya Boyd as Storm.
Yeah. Indy Navarrete is
as Rogue.
Rogue, exactly.
Yeah, which they are all young, obviously. They will not be young forever.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much more gas. I mean, apparently this Doomsday fucking movie is pre-selling like crazy, which boggles the mind. I think I live in a completely different universe than the people who go to see. And Ben, as a man who likes Spider-Man, I think you also live in a different universe than people who go to see Avengers Doomsday. Right?
Spider-Man and Batman are immune from superhero fatigue.
That's literally correct.
That just is how it is. Okay, everyone will go see a Batman. Everyone will go see a Spider-Man.
Yeah, because those aren't. I mean, that's not really those aren't superhero movies. Those are Spider-Man and Batman movies.
Yeah,
there's a difference. You know what I mean? Those exist in their own little category. We've had Batman movies for longer than we've had superhero movies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them Tim Burton movies aren't superhero movies; they're Batman movies. It's the same.
We had fucking 65 movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam West.
We had the Adam West, like this shit. No, and it's the same thing. I live in a totally different world than the 100 million people who have already pre-bought tickets for Avengers Doomsday. I can't imagine.
I could not comprehend. Like, I watched that trailer and I almost felt something, but then I was like, I
respect it.
I don't care about Jason Marsden as Cyclops. I didn't care about Jason Marsden as Cyclops in 2002.
Yeah.
I care more about Jason Marsden in the Sonic movies than I do about him in Marvel movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
You see Ian McKellen in the fucking Magneto helmet, and he just looks like a sad dementia-ridden old man. He looks confused.
Yeah, like the the median age of the cast of Doomsday is crazy. And like, I don't mind, like, I'm not like those sickos who think that, like, you know, movie stars can only be young people.
Yeah.
But like, it's just a movie for, it's like the thing that solidifies millennials be, like, a certain breed of millennials are just new boomers, right?
What it is,
like,
it's like, I would have no problem. Okay, so the thing I compare this to is the Scott Pilgrim anime. Right? Which was like, yeah, we're bringing back all these actors for this from the live action movie to be the voice cast for the anime.
Sure.
And it's like nostalgia pandering, all that stuff. But that that anime existed because the actors got talking again and were like, we want to do more Scott Pilgrim stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think Ian McKellen wants to be Magneto anymore.
No.
Like, this isn't like, oh, I had so much fun being this character for this time. I want to give it one final hurrah. I want to like I'm super on board with doing all this. This is a paycheck for them. They're going to stand around in a big green screen, wearing mocap suits, and they're not going to talk to each other because they're not going to be on the same set on the same day. And like, this isn't fun for them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't live in the same universe as the people who are going to see Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
Right? I don't understand. I really don't. So, I don't know, man.
If this was the actors were like, we want to do this passion project, I probably still wouldn't see it, but I'd be like, okay, well, that's fine.
Sure.
Patrick Stewart loves being Professor Xavier, and he wants to do that role. Certain actors we're just like, I would do this role until I died,
Right, totally.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ken Page is Oogie Boogie, who was just like, anytime you want, I'll be there.
Yeah, right.
Like, I believe Patrick Stewart liked being Professor Xavier. I don't think it's his fucking passion role.
No.
Like, I don't think James Marsden was like, I've loved being Cyclops.
No, but I mean, James Marsden also isn't getting that much work, so I'm sure he's appreciating the paycheck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's also part of this is because of the way these Disney Marvel movies are made. It's not possible for it to be anyone's fucking passion project.
No, they've sucked out all the ability to like be something now.
Yeah.
There's no ability for the actors or anyone else involved to actually connect with the thing they're making.
Source material. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I don't know. So all of this to say, no, Kevin, Kev,
you're not
Mr. Feige.
You're not getting 100 X-Men. You're not getting 100
X-Men movies out of this. No, you're getting maybe 3 before everybody is sick of this shit, right?
Yeah,
that's what always happens.
If you really want to do like dozens of X-Men movies, they're gonna need to be cartoons, okay?
Yeah, but
you don't want to do that.
They don't want to make cool cartoon movies. So, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh well, nevertheless.
Oh well, Spider-Man is still immune from all that, so whatever.
Sebastian Stan is allegedly going to be Harvey Dent in that new Batman movie.
That's going to kick ass.
It'll be really good. Yeah. So, is that it? Are we done?
That is it.
All right, we came in on the 3-hour mark. Cool.
Thank you to Ed Venturia for use of background music. Email us at thegorgepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on our social medias. Patreon.com/thegorge. Check out The Reboot, our TTRPG podcast, which we were recording an episode of that tomorrow. And that's it.
Or is this the part where we decide who we're saying who?
Yeah.
Who, fuck Matt Karch, Saber Interactive CEO.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm like. First off, before you go fuck yourself, Matt, because I know you're listening, or you are having your AI agent listen, who's going to relay this information to you.
He's going to give this to you in a summary, yeah.
Yeah.
I will give you props for at least going and apologizing to the person who you were extremely horrible to. The smallest, tiniest little violin of props in the world. But also go fuck yourself for being an adult man with a job and doing this shit anyway.
Yeah,
like what's your fucking
the way you talk? Yeah, like you're a grown up. What's your problem?
Like what were you like? What part of you didn't think because you asked an AI to do it for you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine the kind of like AI sickory that you have to be part of to just be. I feel like it's like his fucking AI wrote that whole thing, right? Like the whole dork-ass speech that got posted all over the internet, right?
It's certainly not written like a human wrote it. I'll tell you that for free.
No, it's like how embarrassing for you, right?
How embarrassing!
I couldn't imagine. I'm a grown up. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. What's his name? You said?
Matt Karch, I think. Or Matt Karch, one of those.
Sure, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah.
I don't even like you enough to bother learning how to say your last name right.
Right.
It's only 5 letters long.
This is a good podcast for figuring out how to say people's last names.
Yeah, we're learning. We're listening and learning, but not to Matt Karch. Fuck that guy.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.